What is up, my beautiful gemstones? Let me adjust a little bit here. How you doing tonight? Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out with us. A little forewarning, our Mr. Ghost Dragons did not have electricity all day yesterday. I'll let him tell you about it a little later, but he's a little blurry today. We're going to give him a break, okay? Everything else should be going good. I've got a ton of decks. I tried to pull some decks out that, I always use like the same decks, and I have like 70-something decks. So I tried to pull out a couple that I don't use all of the time. Got to keep it fresh, Gemma style, right? Stella, David, Ann Palmer, Mike Roberts. Welcome, guys. So good to see you. Can't believe it's this time already. I know, me too. Every Wednesday when I'm putting my decks away, I'm like, I can't wait till next Wednesday. And then it comes like that. Oh, Mike, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. He said, if anyone has trouble sleeping, get one of Gemma's sprays. I actually slept last night and only woke up once to pee, so they work, and they also smell great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, because, guys, that's something I want to talk to you about. Word of mouth is all I have right now for the business I've started with the sprays, and I'll talk to you guys about it later. And also remember, I only make about $33 per month for YouTube from ads. So I basically work off donations, just putting it out into the universe. Who is Gemma Jade? Ghost Dragons is Gemma Jade. I had to scarf down a double cheeseburger and fries, and it was so crazy because I was like, man, I'm usually not hungry till after. And I messaged Ray and I was like, I'm hungry, but I guess I'll have to wait till after. He's like, oh, I already got you food. Like, the man knew. Ghostdragonzw starting it off with a $20 super chat. Guys, thank you so much. If you don't want to do the super chat, my PayPal and Cash App are in the description box. Use friends and family. I will get it immediately. Anything that goes to super chat comes in with my pay once a month when I get paid on the 21st. Guys, thank you so much. Josephine, so good to see you. Judy Wheeler, oh, hey. And the list goes on. Andrew and Gnomes, what is up? So good to see you. Oh, Judy, thank you so much. Gemma's card readings are spot on for me, and I am going to be putting my readings on the website, you know, trying to get it done. Davy Jones Locker, how are everyone? How are you? Bear, how are you doing? Blue Crossroads, what's up? Miss Shauna, Madison Teague. I don't know if I've seen that name before. Let me know if you're new. I think I've seen you here once before, and everything just completely jumps. Yes, there it is. Ghost Dragons, thank you so much. I think I'm going to end up missing some people because it just skipped. Nick, why, my Nikki. Edna, what is up? I spoke to my mom today, and she reminded me that I have to get you guys t-shirts. I know you said don't worry about it, but Printify is actually letting me do it as samples. So don't worry about it. It will come to you. Just please be patient. I'm moving off Etsy because it's just this whole crazy mess and way too much money, especially with the profit margin. So, but I do appreciate your business, and I don't want you to be stuck with a shirt you can't wear. Mark Longoria, what's up? Jarvis, had a lot of power outages in Cincinnati and surrounding areas from yesterday's storms. Ghost Dragons, thank you so much again for the super chat. Yes, I think Ghost Dragons lives near you. I'm going to bring him out. Gemma Jade Party, that is right. Nut Slap, hi. I will be listening. I don't remember what AFK means. But that's okay. Hi, Nut Slap. Vixen Doe, welcome. And I'm sure I missed a few people. Madison Teague, yeah. Mac's sister, okay, yes. I knew the name Madison. Brown Dwarf, I'm just going to run through. I don't see my beautiful mermaid. What is going on here? All right, let me bring in the Ghost Dragon. I'll bring him out of the dungeon, I suppose. I'm going to pop him in, pop him right back out because I want the screen a certain way.
Boo.
There we go.
You're better now? No, you got to do it the other way if you're going to make me small. Unless you're going to make
that's
me small
right. That's right.
Side, that way you stay on that side of the screen.
There you go. We did it. Yay.
I'm small.
Gonna go get ice cream. Be back later. All right, Nick. Bob Birkins, what is up? So, Ghost Dragons, do you want to say hi to everybody so we can get...
Hello, everybody. I'm writing names, too. I'm doing good. Yesterday was a pain. Yeah, Chris, it was bad here, too. I mean, shit. Wow. It's been a while since Central Ohio got a storm like that. I was amazed. And it's like every couple years we get a doozy. Now, the problem will be the rest of the summer will be cold, then very super hot and humid, then cold, then very super hot. And then we'll get a snowstorm, of course, in the end of July. Like,
I
you wait
swear,
5 minutes.
it's like, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my voice. Crowley, welcome. It's like, I know in New Jersey, it's like winter and spring are fighting over custody of New Jersey right now. It's Waz, welcome.
That's what it does here.
Do you guys want to just get started? Let's start it up.
No.
Miss Fiora, welcome.
I'm going to write her name down, but I know she's a ninja, so I'm not going to worry about it.
You know what's up, bruh.
Okay, first name is Stella.
All right, Miss Stella.
Hi, Aunt Anna. My aunt.
I'm going to do the Soul Helper Oracle. I always go to call it the Soul Healer, but it's actually the Soul Helper Oracle. I pulled out Kuan Yin, Lightworker. So I do have a few that I haven't used in a while. The Shapeshifter. And, when you book a 1 hour with me, Sophia, what's up? Or if you get a personal with me, just a remote one, I like for the universe to choose the deck. But if you guys have a preference when it comes to that, you are allowed to choose. Jerry Elmore, what's up? Trippy background. Yes, it's actually supposed to be a fairy forest with a portal to my princess castle in the tree. This is actually a big, huge pink tree. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm changing it soon, though. They're so cheap on Amazon. I have a whole bunch. I even have a moon one that Ghost Dragons got me that I also want to put up. But I'm waiting for my home office. Right now, I'm in the corner of my bedroom. All right, Stella. Are you still here, Stella? Yeah,
Yes,
Bob Perkins. That is long time no see. Nature is
Crowley. Or Crowley. I shouldn't say Mr. Crowley. Crowley.
Nature is calling you, Stella. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. And it is card number 20. You feel vulnerable, naked, and alone, but look around you. All of creation is here to heal and protect you. Your great mother, our earth, sometimes surpasses even herself with her wonders and perfect beauty, all of which are there to reach out to you, touch, and fulfill you. And yet, you always choose a difficult path, a path of pain, despite long since knowing in your heart that there is another way. You hear your soul speak of joy, laughter, and true healing. You hear, but you do not listen. It tells you of the many different paths free from hurt and pain. Your soul is showing you that there are easier paths to follow, full of wonder and wisdom. No one wants to harm, belittle, or indeed anger you, and yet a part of you always seems to seek this out. You sometimes hurt yourself and your health. You do not love yourself and can be impatient with or hard on yourself, feeling unattractive or even useless. Healing is the acceptance without judgment of everything that is. The outside world reacts only to what's inside you. Is someone hurting you? Do you react, but instead do not react, but instead look at why this might be. Why is it even possible for them to hurt you? Heal the root cause which lies within you. The issue raised by this card is not necessarily an easy one, but it is an urgent one. Choose the path of self-awareness now. Let go of your lower negative energies and forgo the dark paths of victimhood. Begin to shine in your true light instead. Your power animal this week is the Puma, herbal essential oil, tea tree, healing crystal, emerald, and number 2. Stella, I still don't see you in here, so I hope you're getting this reading because it is really important. It's telling you that it's time to step into your power, and I feel like there are bullies around you who just constantly manipulate you, who just constantly, don't treat you right, and no matter how much you want to tell them like you're not going to put up with their crap anymore, you never actually do, and it's kind of become this like toxic routine in your life. The universe is saying that this week you really need to get out of that because it's going to cause some really severe emotional damage for you in the coming months. I don't know. That's just the message that came through. Severe emotional damage. Okay. You need to get to a point where nobody can make you feel that way. Like you should be the only person allowed to hurt you, and you shouldn't ever do that. So if someone's manipulating you, like I just did a reading for my oldest sister, and she's always been the whipping girl of the family, especially with my other sister who's like really alpha, super dominant, total narcissist, borderline personality, like, crazy. And she just whips her around. She says these horrible things to her, and my sister, my oldest sister just lets it happen, because she doesn't want any confrontation, and she doesn't want any anyone to think she's mean or anyone to not like her. And I used to be like that too. But do you know who and what empowered me? Doing this job, and you guys have empowered me. I don't put up with any crap. I had someone the other day, someone that I kind of work for, like with writing, and he tried yelling at me, and I was like, listen, I'm not even going to read what you wrote. Take a step back, because I do not accept that kind of behavior in my life, and I do not accept negativity or people speaking to me that way. I said, you are going to respect me like I respect you. So when you're ready to do that, you can text me back. I said, and I'm not going to have confrontation. So I'm just going to delete your text without reading it, because I had skimmed through it and it worked. 6 months ago, I never would have felt strong enough to do that. Why am I talking about myself and my family? Because I'm trying to give you an example of the fact, like, you need to do this. Hold your frame. Taiwaz, I could not have said it better myself. All right. That's really what we all have to do coming into this collective consciousness shift. Like, we have to hold our frame, step into our power, and don't worry so much about, you don't want to walk around being rude, obviously, or narcissistic, but you have every right to stand up for yourself. Absolutely. Lara, welcome, sweet girl. Who's next?
Ann Palmer, are you still around, little lady? Or did you sneak away again? Give you a couple seconds. And then after her is Mike Roberts.
You know what's funny about that, Lara? Lara says, I'll kick his butt for you, Gemma. Is that I had this problem with the same person before. He's a Gemini. He's a professional. No offense to California people, but he's one of those, like, California people. Not even from California. Really nice guy. And we get along most of the time. But it seems that when he gets frustrated, like, I'm really bad with technology. So I have a problem sometimes with the computer when I do writing, when I write, if they want it in a certain format and I don't know how to do it. So he offers me help. He talks me through it, and it's still not working. And I'm showing him that I'm not only paying for what he's asking me to use, but I'm paying twice for it, double paying for it, and it's still not working. And then all of a sudden he just flips. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, you are not going to speak to me that way. And I never would have said that to someone 6 months ago. I would have totally backed down. I would have been shaking. I would have been crying, but, like, you know, going with the flow of whatever this rude person was doing. I don't accept it anymore. But I do appreciate that. I will cut someone. All right. So I guess we'll move on. No, Brown Dwarf, I didn't mean that about California people. I just mean he's one of those, like, very, very wannabe yuppie-ish Californians, and also he's a Gemini. Again, no offense. It's about your whole chart, but I steer clear of Gemini men at all costs. Who just came in? Shelly Montgomery. What is up, girl? I'm sorry. Who's next?
Mike Roberts.
Mike Roberts. Mike, I'm going to use my new deck on you, and I do have a new deck. It just says Victoria Francis Oracle cards, but actually the title that I ordered it under is the Gothic Oracle. Yeah, I use Google Docs, and when I write books, they have to be in Microsoft Word format. So I pay $7 a month to have Microsoft 365, but it never gives me access. It never had me download any, like, and I put another credit card in to get access again while he was on the phone with me, just to show him, like, I'm trying my best to do it. It's just not working. And then when I Googled it, it's like so many people are having the same problem. They're being, like, triple and quadruple billed by Microsoft. One of those Silicon Valley pits. Thank you. That's what I was trying to say. There you go. Taiwaz, exactly. All right. So these cards do not have explanations on the card. They are, I think, honestly, and I say this about every new deck, but I think this is my favorite art-wise deck of all of them. You got the first card. Who is this I'm reading for again? I'm sorry.
Mike Roberts.
Mike Roberts. Yeah, to connect with that energy. Okay. Undying Ophelia. Releasing despair, emotional retreat. The feeling of despair and loneliness can be overwhelming. No matter how hard you try to release negative emotions, you just can't seem to let go. This card signifies that there are times when we have to take time out and reevaluate where we are. Emotions are high, and there is a need to take yourself to a quiet place to process all that is going on around you. The water here does not flow and therefore represents a stagnant period, but there is plenty you can do to get the energy flowing again. Do not fret, as this is a time of great reflection for you. See this as a time to release all that is no longer required in your life, both physically and emotionally. If you feel that you can no longer see the light at the end of the tunnel, just stop and observe the beauty around you. Then, putting your own needs first, work to create what it is that you need right now. So, Mike, we've talked about this, like you having to really, they all are, they're, I don't know, just they call to me that you really have to take an emotional retreat. You have to take a step back and look at what's going on around you and get rid of things and people that are no longer serving you. And I think I know the theme already, because I'm getting the feeling of the same fear coming in of you not wanting to be rude, you not wanting to upset anybody, you not wanting to cause any kind of confrontation by saying no, by disagreeing, you know. It's possible you had a narcissist in your life when you were younger who you got used to just immediately, like, what's it called? Automatically just living and aiming to please them, and therefore you could have lost the sense of your own identity. Okay, this is all that's coming in. I have no idea what I'm even talking about, to be honest. So it's time for you to really play the role of Mike, okay, to really be who you are and get out of this stagnant period. Now, this week, it's still going to be stagnant. There's not going to be much going on for you except giving you time for like reflection. So I don't see anything big, like negative or positive, coming in unless you really take a step back and tell people what you really feel. You know, I always say, as an example, the act in and of itself of saying no is not being unkind. If you if you are a millionaire and someone wants to borrow $10, you are allowed to say no. Just because you have $1 million doesn't mean you have to lend or give a 10. And I think that's the point with people. And you can say no in a gentle way. Always approach everything with love, and then it can't be held against you. Who's next?
Josephine, are you still here, hon? And then Judy Wheeler.
I'm going to have a jolly. Josephine always takes a minute. I don't know if she doesn't stay by the computer or what.
You got Sarah Skittles coming.
No, Mike, that's the thing.
Me too. Me
Sophia,
too.
Sophia, you really are. But that's okay. And yes, just remind me when I call your name. Mike, here's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. If you feel that strongly about someone that you feel like you're going to go to jail for saying what you really feel, those people should not be in your life. And you can find a way to say anything with love. Literally anything.
Yeah, you can.
I've thought long and hard about this because I'm like, no.
I do it all the time.
There really is a way you can
But then I have my back.
be gentle with people, even if you don't like them. Like, you can say, get the F out of my life, and that's fine too. Or you can be like, listen, I just don't feel like this friendship is working anymore, or, you know, I really don't have time. Like, you can come up, not lying, but like, you can tell the truth in love at any time. And if you have people, like I said, where you feel like, if you're honest, you're going to go to jail, you need to really sit back and think about why you have people that you feel that way towards in your life in the first place. All right, who was out? Judy Wheeler?
Yep.
Judy, let's use Kuan Yin. I haven't used these since I first got them. And that's exactly it. Yeah, Anna is on point tonight. First thing to do is to let go of the negative people in your life. Love them from afar if necessary. We all have choices every single day. What we're going to do and what we're not going to do. You know what I mean? Andrew, congratulations, sweetie. Thank you for spending it with us.
Thank you, Taiwaz. Yeah, I was pretty honest, and I left a lot out of the one. A lot.
I had to even shorten it up for the book and make it 2 paragraphs. It was so hard.
Oh, and I could have put another 3 or 4 pages on that. Easy.
I actually think that I changed it. Like, I made it something different, but like kept the essence of the story.
Oh, in the book?
I had to because I had to shorten it up.
Yeah.
Carly says, I always tell people what I got to say. I have no edit button. Well, that's not really a good thing either, unless you're saying it with love. And I'm very proud of you because I know that you've done a lot of self-care and a lot of inner work. And I've seen the change in you since I first met you. And you have really come a long way. And I think your edit button is getting better.
There you go.
You guys are insane.
I love it.
Okay, here we go. Judy.
Well, Mike has something to say.
Mike says, oh, I'm working on it. Most of it I feel is work related. I work with some family and I've always been the reliable one. I'm just not in it anymore. It's not worth it anymore. And that's what you have to figure out, how to release that. Like Aunt Anna said, it broke her heart to do it, but sometimes you just have to get rid of people. I have to do it with my dad. And Miss Fidgety Ori, you brought up a great point because you put it more eloquently than I would have, but that's exactly what I'm doing to my father right now. Utterly ghosting people until you can articulate things diplomatically is perfectly okay. It's okay to avoid the conflict and confrontation if you don't have anything to say in the moment. Don't do it forever. You eventually need to let them know what's up. But if someone's treated you like so badly that you feel you have to release them from your life, F them, just ghost them. And I know it hurts. I had to do it to my own dad, like I said, so I do know what I'm talking about. Okay. Judy, I still don't even see Judy in here.
Yeah, I think she's right there. She's in there. StreamYard is real slow tonight, but she's here.
You got card number 3 in the Kuan Yin Oracle. It is Blossoms of the Sky Daughter. Sky Dancer, sorry. Kuan Yin dances creative energy and light across the sky, causing blossoms to descend. In the same way, when we tap into our spiritual power of creation, we cause our life and all of life around us to bloom. Creation is a natural spiritual power within you, beloved. Force can slow down the process. It is time to stop striving and to allow your manifestation to occur. Trust, let go, and allow your creation to flow. Kuan Yin is a being of divine feminine power. She dances with the sky, the heavenly powers of inspiration, and as a result, life blooms all around her. Kuan Yin brings you guidance that you are creating something important right now, something that is aligned with heavenly forces and light that is significant for the path of spiritual awakening on this planet. Whether you are fully conscious of it or not, it is happening. Your spiritual light is flowing into the physical plane with the intention to manifest certain life situations and circumstances. These manifestations are in accordance with your spiritual path, and Kuan Yin will support you in their manifestation with her sky dance, which calls the divine light of inspiration and support into earthly creation so that we can experience the divine in form here on earth. Perceive yourself in a vast, peaceful, dark space that feels simultaneously full and empty. This space holds you and yet does not confine you in any way. As you imagine this dark space supporting you, like a cosmic cradle, gently say aloud, I now call upon the yin potency of Kuan Yin to help me let go of the need to force, to struggle, and to believe that I must make things happen of my own accord, that I must be in control for my creation to manifest. Help me to trust the universe, trust my own soul, trust in the inherent goodness of life and the responsiveness of the cosmos and my own value. Please help me, beloved, that my creation may occur swiftly and gracefully with beauty and divine perfection. Let's unpack that a little bit, okay? Judy, what this card is telling you is that it's okay to trust the universe. Like, it's okay to take a break, okay? It's okay to, like, if you're working towards something and working towards something and working towards something, you never give it time to actually occur, like, and take place. And what you're putting out into the universe is that you're not ready because you need to keep working on it. I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about things in your life that you're trying to manifest. Say you want to get married, or say you want, like me, I want a beach house. It's fine. Obviously, you have to work for those things and do some things. Josephine, you'll be next, and do some things, but it's like you're doing them and trying to make them happen on your own, and you're not calling on, depending on, speaking to, or communicating with the universe or spirit in any way. And those are the things that make things happen for you. Okay. Hard work, yes, but there's a point where hard work has to flow into the beauty of the universe, and you need to manifest what you want, but then let it come to fruition. Judy, I just think you need to take a little break. Blue Heron, what's up, baby girl, my fellow Jersey girl? I just think you need to take a little break, and I think that you also need to reevaluate some things in your life. And one of those things is, why aren't you trusting the universe? Why aren't you speaking your manifestations out loud? And if you are, why are you not trusting in them? And I think this week that's going to be your lesson. Oh, Mike, I'll put it in here. I'll put my wish list in here when we do the break at like 9 o'clock. Josephine popped back in.
Yeah, so did Ann Palmer.
I'll do them both. Josephine, then Ann.
That's cool. That is cool.
Josephine, I'm going to do the Archangel Animal deck for you.
You're the boss.
No, a deck. Always a deck. There's over 100 on there, and honestly, I will be thrilled with any one of them. So I'll get it for you. And thank you. Guys, your gifts have filled my entire altar, and I had to go down and start putting stuff on the mantle downstairs because you guys are just amazing.
Oh, it's not on here, is it? You don't have it on this one, do you?
I didn't put it in?
I don't see it.
I'll put it in the chat, and then I'll make sure next week it's in the...
I'll get it. In 1 second. I have to leave this.
All right, Josephine. Elephant. The elephant is a symbol of trust, of kindness, and of magic with a K. Blue Heron, thank you so much. Yes, the sprays in the mist, definitely email me for those, guys. I almost went through a whole case of 24. So I'm really excited about that. Judy, you're so welcome. Josephine, let's look at the elephant for you. I just swallowed a huge Jolly Rancher. Oh, Mike, that would be great. Ray, if you're listening, Mike says, maybe if we keep buying you stuff, we'll force someone to get your office to hold all of your stuff.
And there it is, Mike.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys and the great reviews. Josephine, elephants originate from Lacume, the ascended aspect of Sirius. These wise, intelligent creatures hold in their energy fields a fifth-dimensional blueprint for family life within a perfect matriarchal society. Mothers are revered, and they recognize that play keeps the frequency high. They practice the divine feminine qualities of caring, devotion, and joyous, innocent fun. Bull elephants are kept away from the center of the family. These very psychic pachyderms are great telepathic communicators. Archangel Raphael directs healing through them. They link into Jupiter and its ascended aspect Jumbai, the planet of enlightenment and cosmic abundance, to access the consciousness of prosperity, love, and happiness which they spread. This elephant card reminds you to keep your frequency high by having more fun, playing, and being joyful. Whether you are male or female, practice divine feminine qualities with every area of your life to ensure you have a strong and stable foundation for your spiritual life. Sit quietly and breathe into your third eye, tuning into the Elephant Kingdom and Archangel Raphael, the awesome Emerald Angel of Healing and Abundance. Then link into Jupiter and its ascended aspect, Jumbai, to call in perfect health and cosmic abundance to bathe your consciousness. Feel this energy permeate your cells and know the universe supports your divine perfection and heart's desire. Then send out a stream of light to help build the crystalline web of light around our planet. You, girl, need to have more fun. Josephine, I don't know what's going on in your life. I am feeling a bit of like being sad. I don't like to say depressed because I'm not a doctor and I can't diagnose depression, but I do get a little bit of a depressed, maybe lonely type energy coming through. I'm seeing, they're showing me like a little girl like in a corner, just like by herself, really sad. Like that's kind of the image that I'm seeing. So obviously that's you, that's your energy. And I think it's really important for you. And these are weekly readings. So this week, get out there, have some fun. bring joy back into your life, whether you feel it or not. Like, if you get invited to go bowling with 5 friends and like you're like, I don't want to go bowling, I feel like it's one of those things where like you don't feel like doing anything. And that's a really bad place to be. The universe is telling you right now to pull yourself out of whatever this is and force yourself to go do something. If you don't have people inviting you to do things, if you don't have people you can call and go out with this week, even if it's on the weekend, go to the grocery store, go walk the mall, do something, get yourself out of the house and find a way to have fun. It's going to bring your frequency and vibration up so much that I really feel, and we'll find out next week, but I really feel like it's going to re-energize you and reinvigorate your spirit to the point where you're motivated again, because that's exactly what I'm seeing is a complete lack of motivation. Ann Palmer?
She's here. There she is. There she is, Miss Ann Palmer.
And I am going to use the magic of you. Where's Mairead?
Somebody. Hey, Ralph.
Hi, Ralph. Yes, Aunt Edna. Yes. I encourage everyone to go camping in the deep woods. Kick off your shoes and recharge. Ray promised we're going to go camping at the end of summer or fall. It will be my first time, but I'm really excited about it. I want RJ to go, but with what I do for a living and everything that I've researched and that I know, I'm really scared to bring him because it happens so fast, right? So I'm wondering if maybe Ray and I can go together. New England Dirt Roadie. No, you're not too late. I just ask people to get here at 10:45 Eastern. But even then, I try to squeeze them in. Oh, Marie's sleeping. Okay. Ralph and Cassie, welcome, Bear. Just saw someone I know. Who's that? Who did you see that I know? I don't know that many people over there. Please tell me. Mark Almond, welcome, Mark with a C. I know a Mark with a C. Are you the one I know? All right, Ann Palmer, card number 7, Epoch. Pause in your journey. Oh, you saw her? I just gave her a reading. You should have told me, because I would have given her the link and a hug and a kiss and told her that I loved her all through you. I'd have been like, now hug and kiss my sister. Don't worry about her boyfriend. Tell her it's from me. And when Epoch is drawn, it may feel like life has been split down the middle. The corresponding card in traditional tarot decks is the Tower. Mark, hang tight. I'm going to get you a reading real quick. This process can be traumatizing and painful, but all meaningful change comes after a time of great destruction, a clearing out of the old to make way for the new. Just like volcanoes and earthquakes will violently rock the planet to create new continents, cataclysmic and destructive events in our personal lives will bring new opportunities for growth and evolution. The act of purging makes way for the eventual new path of action. However, a quiet period of breakdown and decay is also essential for regeneration and rebirth on every level, physical, mental, and spiritual. The man of Epoch is torn asunder, but the flowers of inspiration are slowly blooming around him and within him as he pauses in his journey. Take peace and solace right now. Wait before you make your next move. New developments are ahead. A sign will appear like the bird poised on the man of Epoch's knee. It is drinking the nectar to pollinate. You and your life are growing and becoming. And I really see here that you're going to have a rough week. If it's not this week, it's coming in like towards the end of the month. Nick, I miss her so much. There is a huge change coming in, a big tower moment, right? Tower. Nick, you're already on the list. It's Mark's first time. The tower is like people who they live in a tower, like on the traditional tarot cards, right? And they've been faced with such destruction, the tower is falling. So either they can jump to their death or they can crumble and be buried under the tower. It's like a lose-lose situation that you're walking into. But after the rubble clears, we're always reborn in the tower, literally, but obviously not in life. It's not a death situation. It's just something that you're going to feel like you can't win, no matter which way you go. what you should do and what the universe wants you to do, what I'm seeing is that you really need to trust in the universe. Ask your higher power, ask your higher self, ask your spirit guides, what am I supposed to do? And then listen for the telepathic answer that surely is going to come through. And I am also getting, you should go outside, start communing with the trees. Guys, I've been telling you this for so long. Go outside, go to a tree, feel peace, ground yourself with the roots coming out of your feet. Like I always tell you, under the moonlight, if possible. If not, you can do it during the daytime. Put your hand to the tree, close your eyes, speak to it out loud, ask your questions, appreciate it, love it, tell it it's beautiful, ask your question, and something will come in telepathically if you're open enough to it. And you're going to have a little bit of a rough week, but you're going to be just fine because you are going to come out of it stronger and better. Ground yourself every day. That's right. No shoes on the bare earth. Stand there as if roots are coming out of your feet and grounding into the ground. You're becoming a part of the earth. Try to do it where you live, especially if you own your home. But even if you're renting, it doesn't matter. Ground yourself. Take one of the spiritual moon baths, okay, where you go underneath, or moon showers, I guess. You go underneath the light of the full moon, or even any kind of moon on a bright night, and pantomime showering, okay, your hair, everything, do your whole body, and then let the moon rinse you off after you ground yourself. I'm telling you, the moon does for us spiritually.
Uh-oh. She froze. She froze. You good? Keep freezing, hon. And I thought I was going to have problems. You there? Give her a sec.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you are freezing pretty bad. You in there? I just gave it. You are freezing really bad. Give her a minute. Let her reboot. Do what she needs to do. Yeah, that moon last night was still full and beautiful. I even did my crystals the night of the super moon. Did all my crystals, set them out on my ledge. Let that moon suck that up. There you go. Hi.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is being wonky. I hate when that happens. I hate it because I am still talking.
Yeah, I hold
Shelly,
so still. That's amazing. I'm holding up. She's doing it again. Usually I don't hold very still, but I've had a few good days even after the crap yesterday. Yeah, just hang in there, baby. I don't know. You might have to reset. It's going nuts. You there? That froze again. Let's see what we can do. See if I can help her. I don't know if I can.
Can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you now.
Because it looks fine on my end. I don't look.
But you are freezing. Is anybody? Maybe it's just me.
Shelly, it's not always about you. I love you, girl, but this has nothing to do with you. I don't understand. And I also don't understand why. I'd love for you to explain it, though, because it might be something new that I've never heard of before. Am I still frozen?
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm good now?
Yes, you're good.
Shelly, would you explain to me why you would think that it's not a good idea to commune with trees or with nature? And yeah, I love you so much, and I really worry about you, Shelly, really bad, because you have this thing where like you think everything is your fault, everything, and I don't even want to say that to you because I know that you're very sensitive because you're just coming into your abilities. But I promise you here, even if it was you doing it, I would never tell you to leave. we would deal with it. But you do have a lot of energy, okay? And it is pretty wild, but it is not you. And I am very sorry. It might do it a million more times. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is crazy because I have something called Altice, which is an offshoot of Optimum, and they outsource their customer service. So
And that will do it.
Who's next? Menial Good Vibes. Welcome.
Andrew.
Andrew and Gnomes. Menial Good Vibes. So that's Mark, right? You need to stop changing your name because we're putting you on a list to give you a reading, and now you're on there 3 times.
No, you're not. I know who it is.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
So once for Mark, and Andrew. Let's work with the Lightworker Oracle for you, okay? Because we've been getting you pretty consistent messages about career and work. And I'd like to see what's going on in your spiritual life. Yeah, Shelly, you're fine. You're on no watch list here.
Nope.
I don't do stuff like that. But can you really, I'd love to know why you think it's a bad idea for people to, or for someone to commune with trees or to ground themselves into nature. Because I got to tell you, I'm almost 40 and I've never heard of it doing any damage. It will actually, the energy of the earth and the foliage will protect you from certain entities. Paranormal Pixie says Ghost Dragon, she'll be back in 30.
Gotcha.
Yes. Crystals under the moonlight, not the sunlight, guys. Yes. Or you can get a charging table. Selenite is supposed to recharge itself, but sometimes it doesn't. So what you can do, guys, is get yourself, and it's on, they sell it on Amazon. It's super cheap. Some black salt, and that will recharge your crystals, mainly selenite. I got a whole bunch of this stuff that I haven't used in years to bring to my mom's on the 24th because I'm not playing around. You can even give trees.
My crystals the other night. You'd have been proud of me.
I'm always proud of you. Taiwaz, exactly. Shelly, what do you mean watch list? I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but you're watching SteamYard. I'm ahead of you because I'm watching YouTube too.
Huh.
She thinks she's being monitored.
All right, Andrew. Unplug from mass consciousness. Card number 7 in the Lightworker Oracle. There is a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as quote-unquote mass consciousness. It says it is safer to stay with the crowd, not to question what you've been taught. It says you cannot trust the divine to take care of your financial well-being or your emotional needs. It says you should be afraid and not take risks. It says that if you dare to stand up and live your truth, you'll be lost and alone, humiliated, rejected, or even destroyed. You are being guided to unplug from that system of beliefs. You are capable of a more creative, loving, and soul-satisfying way of living. To access this, let go of the way that is too small for your own soul. You are brave and aware enough to think outside the square, beyond what society or your peers may consider normal. You are supposed to be questioning things right now. You are in a transition from one way of thinking to another, opening up to a new world which you can trust enough to live in with peace and happiness because of the upgraded new beliefs you are cultivating. No matter how others may resist or criticize your choices, perhaps your new ideas take you away from the world they feel most comfortable in, your higher guidance encourages you to keep opening your mind to a more loving and higher reality. If you have been thinking along new lines and wonder if you are going crazy, your guidance tells you you're doing a great job and you are not crazy. Trust yourself, Andrew. You are thinking in ways that do not belong to mass consciousness. It can seem scary at first, but once you realize the benefits gained from unplugging, you will enjoy the process so much more. It will free you up, and it will free you and empower you to live a life of your own choosing. Opportunities and connections can open you up in ways that defy your old beliefs. You were born to bring a new vibration of awareness to this planet. You will find those who can benefit and even love you for this difference, and those who are challenged or feel fearful of you for it. Either way, you can love and approve of yourself, nourishing relationships that support you and have compassionate detachment from those that do not, without compromising who you are in truth. Compassionate detachment, guys. And I am going to be finding some time to do some workshops right here on StreamYard, where I'm going to have like 4 or 5 people per workshop. It's going to go 3 weeks and be like 2 days a week, 2 hours a day. It's going to be like a 6-hour workshop. It's still in the works, but we're going to talk about things like this: collective consciousness, the collective consciousness shift, compassionate detachment. Andrew, hey mom, that is my mom. Andrew, you are doing so amazing in life. You are winning, right? What the universe wants you to do now is sit back, relax, unplug literally from all tech. Not right now, because you got to hang out for the stream. But like this week, try to find at least one day where you try your best to do that, where you unplug as best as you possibly can. Okay. And really say what you feel this week. I feel like someone like that's close to you that you know, and it could be someone from work, but it could be anybody really, is going to say something that for some reason you feel challenges a new belief. So say that someone is looking at the TV and all of a sudden they're like, manifestation, that crap doesn't work. And you're going to feel the need to explain that it actually does. Something like that. Obviously, it's not going to be that exact thing. This is the universe testing you to see if you are really earning what it's been giving you. Stand up for what you believe. And again, we can be loving in our dismissals. We can be loving in saying no. As long as you approach everything that you say and do to the best of your ability with love, you're going to be just fine. But the universe is putting you to the test this week. If you do not pass the test, I think that it might take you back a little bit. You're not going to really lose anything, but you're going to be put back like 10 steps from something you're trying to accomplish. New moon on Monday, Duran. Are you a new person?
It's Mark.
All right, Mark, please stop doing that. Like, dude, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't yell at you. If that is my boy, Mark, stop, because I'm going to give you your reading and I don't know which name to go under now. Mom, I love you. Thank you so much for coming in. SMB, my beautiful elfin goddess. Welcome, Bear. I would like to give Sweetly Morbid Bear, Mark, a reading because I know SMB is out doing her thing and she doesn't stay long. So I'm going to do Sweetly Morbid Bear. Mark, I'm going to do yours right after SMB's. So Sweetly Morbid Bear, I'm going to use the Gothic Oracle on you. And Mark, I'm going to use the Divine Circus on you. How's Kira Lane? Sweetly Morbid Bear, you got card number 31. The Empty Tomb of Love. Regret, change, and moving forward. My face is doing that thing where it's changing color again. There is a feeling of loss. Whether this is physical or emotional, you must remember that whatever major change happens in our lives, there is always hope. Sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel feels distant, but rest assured, you'll get there. Whatever age you are, there is a childlike innocence about you, and it is okay to feel sad and lost, but it is important we do not stay in that mind frame for too long. Life is full of changes, and each day will bring a unique experience. If you feel the angels are not listening, you are wrong. They are there and waiting for you to ask for their help. Of course, they will never take away your free will, but will always help to guide you through times of despair. Just remember, nothing stays the same forever, and things will improve for you soon. I don't see you sitting there drowning in despair at all. And actually, SMB, you're the one who told someone in here, and I always say it, it's okay to have a moment as long as you don't stay trapped there, right? And I feel that you already know everything that this card said. It's just a matter of having to be reminded that, like, this is just a stop on the road. I feel like while right now it hurts you, whatever the situation is, and I do see like it's weird, like not just a third party situation. I see like a fourth and fifth party situation here. I don't know who you're dealing with. All right. But I hear that song, Play a Hater, in my head. Don't hate the player, hate the game, I guess. Approach the player with love. But listen, this person is not for you. I do believe there is a universal connection, but for some reason the other person's not seeing it. I don't know. They're probably distracted by the other 3 or 4 people that they're romancing. And I feel like it's like internet romance. I don't know. This is a very weird message. You're going to get there. You're going to get through it. I feel like you're already on like the cusp of figuring out the meaning of why you had to go through this pain. You're super spiritually connected. So you're going to be just fine. I think this was just a reinforcement to remind you that like, hey, this is just a stop on the road. No big deal. Just learning. Yes. And I messaged you about finding out cost of how much it takes to make your art, and then how much you would have to pay to ship, so that we can figure out a way to get you moving on that. But it seems when I message you, you don't get my messages unless I go into Facebook, and then I message you, and then you'll get them. All right, Mark, this is yours. Mark with a C. Oh my goodness. A lot of anxious energy. That is definitely you. You're all over the place all the time. All right. Nebula Warrior, card number 17 in the Oracle of the Divine Circus. There are advocates for love on this earth, those that are passionate defenders of the freedom for all beings to grow and fulfill their divine destiny. These warriors for the soul know they can either use darkness to serve the growth of the light, or allow it to consume their sense of hope, trust, and faith in the right outworking of the destiny of all living things. You are being initiated in the ways of working with darkness constructively to become a soul warrior for all living beings. Some things in life are worth fighting for, but how do you fight with love? This is what we're talking about, with love, guys. How do you fight without becoming bitter, hateful, tired, disconnected from the whole reason you needed to fight in the first place? Love. To be a warrior for love in the soul, you have to be smart. You have to know how to fight without fighting, how to use the natural darkness on this planet as a way to birth a new consciousness that is unafraid. Nebula Warrior isn't afraid of the dark. She isn't interested in the rules of war established by fear-loving minds. She creates her own rules, not based on what people want her to believe, but based on what works to keep her free and liberate the minds and hearts of all beings. She comes to you now because whatever situation needs healing in your life or in the world, you have the power to bring it about. If you go for the goal directly, trying to force a change, you will be putting your considerable energy into pursuit and unintentionally set up resistance and possibly repulsion. The stronger your energy, the more powerful this resistance will become. This is not the best way to use your power, Mark. You want your power to work for you, not against you. Creating responses of assistance and attraction, guiding rather than forcing the solution to come into being, is a more effective use of your power. Then you can disempower negative influences and disarm naysayers while drawing to you helpers and opportunities to attain your goals, all from a relaxed, positive, loving state of mind. You get the result without losing your cool. The best way to do this is to practice bringing yourself to a place that is calm and compassionate within you. Do what you can do each day. If you cannot do something you want to do, ask for help from the universe, but then let it go. When you need rest, rest. These apparently small choices create a powerful field of magnetism to attract and increase love and light on this planet, empowering the human heart with the understanding that the truth is always very simple. The forces in the world that profit from fear instead of love will try to confuse and overwhelm you into paralysis and inaction, and into worrying rather than acting. Don't fall prey to that nonsense. You are a warrior of love, and you will win any and every war through cool compassion and smart, simple strategy. Mark, yeah, Madison, the Divine Circus has such beautiful cards. Mark, here's the thing, right? This has got to be the theme of the week. It's about love, approaching things in love, but also trusting in the universe. Okay. Telling the universe, like, I am so grateful. Like, for me, I'm so grateful I have 100,000 subscribers. This is so amazing. And I say this stuff out loud throughout the day. I don't have 100,000 subscribers. I don't even have 3,000. But guess what? I will. It's about acting as if you have so many people buying your art that you can't even keep up to create it, right? Walking around as though you are the best Mark you can be, because I know for an absolute fact right now, Mark, you are the best Mark you've ever been. I know that about you. Okay. I haven't seen you in 12 years, 13 years, and I met you in that crazy place, literally. But I feel like you are on the cusp of something. You're another one that's like just about to have a breakthrough that's going to incredibly and seriously change your life. But you are also being tested by the universe. Do you trust in the universe? Do you trust in your higher power, what or whoever that is? Do you believe that you can be successful? If you do, say it out loud. Act as if, out loud. Jessica Lee, welcome. You will, Gemma, manifest destiny. I hope so. I really do. I want my business to take off. I want 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I want my show on Paraflix, which I signed up for today. And I also want a beach house by the time I am 45. And I'll have it. I'll have all of it. I'm going to be a best-selling author. Guys, I want to bring this up while I'm thinking about it. So as you know, may notice, I do not have my nails on. And the reason for that is because Gemma Jade has a sponsor. I've got a sponsor, and I'm going to be doing a less than 2 minute long, so don't worry about it, ad on this nail polish. They let me choose 6 colors, the base, the top coat, and then 4 colors. And this nail polish is insane. Like, the colors are beautiful. I can't wait to run the little ad. But you have to soak it off. Like, it doesn't just come off when you wipe it. A pedicure should last like 2.5 months. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. If you make a mistake, get it off before you put it underneath the UV lamp, because you're going to be stuck with it. But yes, thank you. I've been waiting for a sponsor since I started YouTube. I didn't think gel nail polish was going to be what it was, but I am super excited about it. And you guys will be hearing more about it soon. You guys get, if you click on the link, obviously it's an affiliate link, and with the code GemmaJ, you get 50% off your order. So they're giving you a really amazing deal. I don't even like nail polish. I don't like having it on my nails. I'd rather have my nails done, but this stuff is awesome. I'm going to show you guys the colors. So I just wanted to put that out there because it's something I'm super proud of, that I finally have a sponsor. Some guy messaged me and asked me to like wear a shoe one time, and I was like, I don't think you're real. I think you're totally shoes. He's like, I'm gonna send you a shoe, and then you can wear it while you stream. I'm like, yeah, but people don't see my feet. And he's like, I'd like to see your feet. He's like, for the shoe. I'm like, oh my god, you gotta go. So I blocked him. Thank you for the congratulations. And Taiwan is awesome. You definitely inspired me to light a fire under my butt. You were working hard. I never stop working. I actually had to pencil in time with my family a few weeks ago. And like now I make a family night. It's Thursday night, you know? All right, let's get moving forward. I am really excited. I always neglect my nails. Look at them. They're teeny tiny. And I'm so bad because I shake at like painting them. You guys got to see the green on my feet. I will show it to you. But if I did do my nails, I would never buy another nail polish again. And I'm not just saying that because I told them, I'm like, if your product sucks, I'm going to tell people that it sucks. Like, I just can't lie. All right, who's next?
Madison.
Miss Madison.
Jessica, is this your first time here?
No.
I didn't think so. Hear about Deborah Leminski.
I didn't see a Deborah, but Deborah, welcome if you're in here. And please,
I think about her mother.
Let us know if you're new, and if you have a specific question, ask me. A lot of the time in these one card generals, a specific question can be answered, but sometimes like it's easier in the personals because one card sometimes is hard to tell. But I will try. Somebody just said something. Mac Taylor, welcome. Deborah Lipinski, yes. If this is your first time here, please let us know. All right, Madison, I'm using Mystical Journey on you. Embrace your true path. Nick, why you run out for that smoke? Universal Mother, card number 18. Hey. The universe Universal Mother is the divine feminine energy that runs through and around planet Earth. It does not matter whether you are male or female, you can always embody her nurturing, kind, gentle, playful, and warm energy, which makes you feel safe, cherished, and connected. The Universal Mother brings balance to a world that has been tilted to favor the male-dominated energies of power, control, and profit. While you do need to appreciate masculine qualities such as confidence and independence, the new world requires a more feminine focus. Overlooked qualities once thought to be negative and weak, such as tenderness, understanding, and sensitivity, are becoming increasingly important. The Universal Mother teaches you to trust your intuition and shows you how to be kinder to and less judgmental of others. The Universal Mother card is a reminder that your loving energy helps the people in your life feel treasured and valued. It is an affirmation that your sweet nature is much appreciated, even though it might not feel like it sometimes. Your presence encourages people to feel happy and lighthearted and ensures they don't take life too seriously. By accepting and expressing your softer, more feminine side, you bring compassion, empathy, and sweetness to a world that sorely needs it. Wow. So, Madison, what this is saying is, don't change who you are to fit anyone else's standards, okay? I hate that this is changing my skin color again.
It's the tone off the card.
It's driving me nuts. Oh, is that what it is? Like the blue?
Yeah, because the colors on the card, when you hold up to light, makes the light do its thing. Yeah. It's
don't change. Especially this week. I feel like this week, you are going to really feel like you're being taken for granted, taken advantage of, perhaps unappreciated, and you may be. But the universe is not telling you step into your power and focus on boundaries. Not for this week. Girl, that's coming. Believe me, that's coming. Because with this comes that. But for this week, stay compassionate, stay patient, stay understanding, and keep being who you are, because there is someone or a few someones in your life who you're positively affecting and you don't even realize it. And they kind of need your innocent energy, your happiness, your playfulness, your kindness. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Just try to keep in mind this week, this stream, and what I'm telling you now. Whoever this is that's taking you for granted, taking advantage of you, not appreciating you, they're going to end up being so incredibly insignificant in the future when the universe does have you step into your power and move forward with boundaries in your life. But for this week, just go with the flow. I mean, obviously, you don't let anyone physically harm you or like abuse you. Away from keyboard. Thank you, Nutslap. But if it's just people like being jerks to you, you know what? Shake them off. The universe right here is validating you and your beauty, your innocence, and your entire personality for this week. You are just on point. There is someone that is going to be trying to take that from you. Don't you dare let them. It's a test. We are all being tested. Taiwaz, I can't believe you said that, because when I was like, hey, like that, when I pulled this card, I was actually thinking, ring the alarm. I've been through this too long, but I'll be damned if I see another chick on your arm. Won't you ring the alarm? That's exactly what I was thinking, and I had to stop myself. It does remind me of Beyonce. Shelly, you are amazing. I don't know why I think your abilities that activated a few weeks ago, really, I think you need help containing them and getting them together.
And
who's next?
One second. And why'd you delete Ralph? His message. Did I miss something?
It could have been an accident.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you delete messages, like, make sure they mean something. I don't even see it.
Yeah, you won't now.
And what did you delete, sweetie? Sasha Fierce. Oh my God. Taiwaz, you are reading my mind right now. Alberto Menial. Yes. Are you new? Or are you Mark? I am going to beat you. It usually is. Anne has a tendency of doing that by accident. She's done it like 20 times. Right? She goes, I don't know.
I don't know.
So, Ralph, don't take it personally. That's just our Anne. We love her as she is. Blue Heron, let us know when you're getting ready to call it a night. I do have in mind that you do work extremely hard, 1,000,000 hours a week, and need to get up early. And I also want to read from my mom soon as well. Innocent message. You can't say hi? Jessica, thank you. I end up rapping every week somehow. All right, we got to get through some of these because I'm going to be so behind. I'm talking. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go ahead and do Deborah since
All right,
she's new.
Miss Deborah is new, and I am going to use the Energy and Spirit Oracle. Miss Deborah, did you have a question, or I thought I usually don't take them? No, and it's okay. It's totally fine. I usually don't take questions, but I think you said in the beginning that you had one.
Something about your mother following you?
I'll try my best to get you an answer from the one card. I know, Taiwaz, right? 30 watching. How many likes?
Exactly. Good question.
All right, Deborah, I'm going to pull the card.
34 likes.
I'm going to give you a minute to see if you have a question. All right, pulling the card. My mom is deceased and she will not leave my side. Okay, what about it?
I think she just worries because she won't leave her side. She must think she wants to move on.
I'll give you, honey, can I tell you something? I get so many clients and so many people with that same feeling. It's not that she hasn't moved on, okay? And that does happen sometimes. But normally you won't be so aware of it. When that happens, there's always an issue. Your mom is simply hanging around for you. She has crossed over already, okay? Your mom is crossed over. She's gone to the other side. She is happy. She is joyful. She is in spirit. But whatever you're struggling with, whether you verbally spoke to her and like asked for her advice, or whether you didn't even realize you did it, you called her back. Now, she's perfectly okay with being there for now to help you through whatever this is, but just make sure that when all of it's done, you give her permission to go back. Don't do it yet. She's going to stay regardless. I am going to pull a card for you, but don't think that it's because like she didn't cross over or she's unhappy or anything. Ralph, do you need something? All right, Deborah, you got the card of mindfulness, peaceful presence, and quiet mind. It's card number 1. Miss Fidgety Aura, thank you for that.
I have that problem too sometimes.
Anyone who clicked like, which should be everyone in here except my mom because she doesn't know how, make sure the icon changed color because sometimes it doesn't and then I don't get the like. And also leave a comment when you're done if you had a good experience. It really does help my algorithm. All right, Miss Deborah. Within you is a peaceful place, a quiet space where nothing is troubling or worrisome. It is where your personal self connects with the truth and awareness of your own soul. There is nothing to solve, nothing to predict, and nothing to think about. In fact, to attain this peaceful presence, thoughts are not required. The practice of mindfulness calls for you to let go of thinking, let go of striving, and choose to be peacefully present without judgment or analysis. Your soul is a truly powerful cosmic energy, perhaps the greatest power you possess. When you release your personal striving and worry, you automatically move into the vibrant, receptive state of trust and peace. This card is telling you that now is the time, the only time, to choose peace in your life. Let go of judgment, worry, and the need for control. Then take a deep breath and choose to live in your trusting heart. That pervasive peace will bring profound happiness and radiate an absolutely irresistible vibration. So just like the rest of us, you have so many struggles, right? So many struggles going on. You are fighting some kind of battle. And I believe that it's a physical battle, like maybe like some kind of separation, the loss of a job, divorce. There's something like I'm feeling like an apart, like there's a separation. But I also feel there's something emotional that you're working on here. And it could be a direct effect of whatever the separation is. But I feel like, I don't know if you're aware of your abilities. You have to be because you know your mom's with you, right? But then I'm wondering why you didn't just ask her why. So what I would suggest is finding time to meditate without any kind of tech, like unplug. I mean, literally unplug. Don't just turn it off. The TV, the phones, everything. Okay. Sit, even if you don't know how to meditate or can't, sit for 5 minutes with a candle lit in front of you and just blast out all your fears really loud, and then sit peacefully and quietly. There is some kind of inner struggle, and I think this week you're going to be kind of forced to face it. You're not going to be able to just push it and suppress it anymore. I was talking to my mom today about how I think the crying woman in her house, that we all hear all the time there, is actually not a trapped spirit, because I haven't seen one. I think it's my mother's suppressed emotions from my stepfather's passing that she hasn't expressed, and it's become kind of a conscious being, if that makes sense. And I feel like you may be in danger of doing something like that, of suppressing everything so much that you end up creating some kind of tulpa, a spiritual tulpa. So Deborah, if I were you, I would just say everything out loud that I'm feeling. Not necessarily to people. Your mama's there, so speak to her. Okay, get it out, and then listen to the advice that comes in from the universe this week. I feel like coming like July, August, you're gonna be so much lighter. I keep seeing you sitting there and like literally the world just crackling down and coming off your shoulders. So I don't know what that's about, but keep coming in or see me for a personal, because I do believe things are about to get a lot better for you. But of course, first they're gonna have to get a lot worse. Who's next?
Brown Dwarf. Brown, I know you're still around, aren't you?
Brown Dwarf, I am going to use Heal Yourself. $10-4. Mike, right? Pancake, hi. All right, Nick, we'll do yours soon. My mom soon. You are so welcome. God bless you too. Deborah, you don't have to, but please consider subscribing. And guys, don't forget, super chats are on. My PayPal and Cash App are in the description box if you'd like to donate for the readings. Johnny Yuma, what's up? Ghost Dragons, thank you for that fantastic endorsement. Brown Dwarf, let's do this. Heal Yourself Oracle cards.
I want my waffle sandwich. That's why I'm being so productive.
We'll see. Made him go without electric yesterday.
Yeah. I'll live.
Yeah. I'm still here, babe. Just went to get a snack. All right, I got you, Mama. You're coming up soon. Brown Dwarf, you got card number 6, the card of cycles. Life is cyclical. Sometimes things flow and other times they slow down. And Deborah, you should listen to this too, because it goes right along with your reading. What cycle of life are you in right now? What is the one area of your life where you need to focus most of your energy? Is it time for you to focus on your family? Do you need alone time to discover your true purpose? Do you yearn to open your heart and love fully, deeply, and passionately? Is this the time for healing and regeneration? Maybe you are completely ready to enthusiastically concentrate on your life purpose and put all of your energy and effort into making your dreams a reality. Each cycle you encounter offers you fresh gifts and possibilities to learn and grow. The better you become at identifying the cycle you are in, the more flow and harmony you will experience in the choices you make. Here's a good way to tell where you're at, okay? How do you feel physically? Because how you feel physically is a direct manifestation of what's going on with you spiritually and emotionally, okay? Like when you're drained, bogged down, don't want to get out of bed because you don't feel like doing anything, that is actually a spiritual problem that's manifesting itself physically. The universe wants you, Brown Dwarf, this week. It's very simple. Just take a look at where you're at. What issues in your life do you need to focus on fixing? What things do you need to focus on healing? And what can you let go of? And I feel like this week, it's not going to be a time for fixing, healing, or letting go, but that is coming. You feel great. That's amazing. So you'll have plenty of time to sit and consider what's changed that now you feel amazing and great. Did you end a toxic friendship or relationship? Did you gain a new job? Are you gaining a new perspective on life due to things like my channel and learning about spirituality and manifestation and all that? Really sit back and think as to how you got to where you are. And if it's good, it is good. And I'm so happy for you, because that means you're in a good place spiritually too. But remember, sit and actually think and remember how you got to this amazing, great place. Because that way, if you fall out of it, you can get yourself right back in it. All right. If you're doing great, that's great. And I hope that that lasts. You are probably coming out of the dark night of the soul.
Okay, let's do nut slap, then we'll do your mom.
All right.
And then we'll do blue hair, and that way if she wants to go, she can go.
All right. Nut slap, I'm going to use the Gothic Oracle. You're so welcome, Brown Dwarf. I appreciate you as well.
I like you, Brown Dwarf. I love your little videos, man. Those things, I love your fact. You live out there. I would love to live where you're hanging out at. My problem is I'd go in those woods and I'd never come back. You would never see me again.
Blue Heron, I love you, girl. Your tribe.
Yeah, I'm going to have you make me a poster of one of your digital art.
She should be selling them.
Yes, I would love to have a couple of those as posters.
Oh, nut slap. I almost said mom. Card number 27, the Faceless Company. Insecurity, acceptance, and confidence. The important thing now is you accept yourself for who you are. There is no need to hide behind a mask of uncertainty and insecurity. On the surface, you may well appear to be happy-go-lucky, but you doubt your own abilities. Those who you choose to share your life with, whether it's friends or lovers, they love you for who you are. It is only you who feels that you have to adopt a different personality to fit in and be accepted. Have confidence in yourself to be who you want to be, and if some people don't like it, then there's no room in your life for them. Within you, there's a gentle soul wanting to be loved and accepted. Be who you were born to be. You have nothing to hide. If you are not in a relationship at this time, there is an admirer waiting in the wings. Let your light shine, and they will find you. Mike, I go through the same thing. Be strong. I know it's hard, but hang in there. She really does go through the same thing. And my mom never writes in the chat, and let me tell you why. Because it moves too fast for her to be able to type quick enough, to my mom. But yeah, she does. And I'm going to be doing some work at her house. So nut slap, I feel like there's people in your life that you feel like, I don't think it's so much that you have to, Jessica, hi, that you feel like you have to like impress them. I don't think you're that kind of person. I think you're more like, I'm not going to live to impress you. But there are some people in your life that you either have to hide an area of your life from. Like maybe there's people that you can't tell them you got an oracle reading. And I'm just using that as an example. It literally could be anything.
Thank you, Mike.
Because they'll judge you. Fear of judgment. Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. And hit me up anytime, you know that. Mom, I know. Yeah, I know. I've been working with him though. He's not alone. I'm working with him. So nuts up, I'm sorry. So there are people in your life who, not that you feel like you have to impress, but I feel like there's a certain aspect of your life that you're holding for yourself. And I don't even know if you know this or not. But like, it's kind of like when you hang out with this person, you're totally yourself and you can be who you are. But then when, this person comes over, you have to, not talk about the fact of where you work or not introduce your romantic partner. Like there's some aspect of your life you feel like you have to keep hidden from a certain group of people or a certain person. The universe is saying no more of that. Okay. It's time to stop. Mom, I will, I promise. It's time to stop doing that. You need to be who you are at all times, because the problem is this creates shame and guilt where there should be none, because you're not fully expressing yourself. And there is something that you, whether you're aware of it or not, feel shameful of. Miss Fidgety Aura, that's a good point. Most of us have people in our lives that we hide the woo from. I did my entire life, didn't talk about it until YouTube, really. And after that, not until I was on here for like a year. Sorry, I need a haircut. So maybe it's not woo, you know what I mean? Maybe it's like I said, you got a new job, maybe you took a pay cut and you don't want to hear about it, but there is something, okay? Step out of that. Take the chance. And the people that are supposed to be in your life will accept you regardless. And the people that aren't, then boy, bye.
Okay, you want to go ahead and do your mom?
Yeah, Mom, I'm going to use the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. Les bon vibes.
Did you enjoy your mega pipe, Mom?
Yes, Mom, your mega pint. Crowley, thank you. I love the fact that your mom supports you. So do I. I got her a shirt that says my daughter is my favorite author, and I got a picture of her holding my first book. It was something special. It really was. It was a dream that I've had since I was a little girl, and like all I did was read. All right, Mom, let's do this. Do not drink poison. We're just saying about Mega Pint. Do not drink poison. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. Card number 8.
Perfect card for her.
Right? If you drink much from a bottle marked poison, it is almost certain to disagree with you sooner or later. You deserve to treat yourself well. You deserve to inhibit what is not good for you. You do not need to try what is bad for you to know that it's not for you. So when this card comes, Wonderland is advising you to no longer do what's not in your own best interest. You have a habit or two that you would do well to let go of, smoking with COPD. You have people in your life that you keep giving time and space to, despite knowing you will suffer afterwards, that you will again be upset and disturbed by their harshness and their unkindness. And we're going to discuss that honestly from what's coming from the cards, Mother, not from me. Poison does not only come in bottles. It comes in the form of others who hurt us deliberately or even without their knowledge. It can simply be that that person's not for you and you're not for them. Poison comes in the form of words which hurt and harm, that fall from your lips or which are spoken about you by others. There are situations you know may hurt or endanger you. There are substances which could be toxic for you, and you do not need to have them in your life anymore. When this card comes to you, it is time to eradicate that which can poison you at last. It is not cruel to refuse to hurt yourself. You will be astonished at the energy you will have once you remove these toxins from your life. Divination. Avoid toxic situations, people, and or relationships. Do not partake in what you know is not best for you. Ending harmful relationships, changing toxic habits, or improving your nutrition and health regimen. A clean out from your home and pantry of substances, foods, even fabrics that can poison your personal environment. Changing unhealthy, harmful thoughts and beliefs about yourself and refusing to speak ill of others. Choosing to encourage, support, and lead through kindness and strength. And Mom, I have seen a huge change in you just throughout my life. Like as I get to know you better as an adult, that you are really kind to people and you are really considerate. You're very giving. And I feel like there are people who have manipulated that, who have taken advantage of that, who have spoken out harshly against you. And I feel like what this card is saying is not only maybe it's talking about quitting smoking, and that's not an indictment because I vape, but maybe be very careful with the people that you allow into your life or back into your life. And I mean, you already know this because we talked about it, because, you know, poison stays in the system. That's why if you're poisoned and you pass away, like they can figure it out pretty much immediately by checking like what's in your bladder, what's in your blood, what's in your brain. It stays with you. It sticks to you, even when you think you got rid of it. This card is a warning, especially this week, to watch who you trust. Watch who you tell your secrets to, because there could be someone that is going to eventually get in a mode of, you know, screw you or whatever. No, it's not about that, Mother. It's about a person or people who may be trying to take advantage of you, pump you for information, and then use it against you at a later time. Be very careful this week who you tell your secrets to. Girl, did you notice I said smoking? I did not say Guinness, okay? I wasn't even going to bring it up because... Plus, you drink every once in a while. It's no big deal. But I would never tell my mom to give up her mega pints. Never. Never. I know better.
I can't give up my nicotine. They took everything else away from me. They ain't taking my nicotine.
I say that all the time. I say that all the time. I'm like, do you have any idea what else I gave up? Blue Heron, I'm going to use the Myths and Mermaid deck.
And I've tried using the pen. You saw me trying to use the pen, the vape pen, and it just doesn't work for me.
It took me a long time to get used to vaping. And that's why I gained so much weight too, that the trolls love to call to attention how much weight I gained. One of the reasons is because I stopped smoking. Technically, I quit smoking. Vaping is not the same thing. Yes, Ann Palmer, you heard Guinness.
And they come out of the woodwork.
You guys are so funny.
Make a pint and everybody comes running.
Pam Smith ain't giving up her tea. I ain't giving up my vape. Blue Heron, yes. Lebon Vibes is an old friend of mine, Mark with a C, and he keeps changing his name and confusing the heck out of me. That's why I read him right away. Nick, you're coming up too because I know you have to get.
Yes, he is coming up. We got Blue coming now. Then Nut Slap, Vixen, and Nick White.
I already just read for Nut Slap.
Okay. And then you can go ahead and do Blue if you want.
Yeah, I am. I just pulled her card. My hubby might hear Guinness. Blue Heron, you got card number 9 in the Myths and Mermaids Oracle, and it's the Green Mermaid triplets. And I don't know this card by heart, but I'm immediately getting the 3 fates. Yes, Paranormal Pixie, I was laughing at you. Yeah, he's a weirdo. But thank you for having my back. No, Mark. Thank you for having my back. She's like, I was gonna time him out.
He's just a fun guy.
Okay. He's a single dad. You gotta love that. Nick is too. Blue, away from the pack, apart from the crowd, strong and sound, in honor bound, independent and proud. Just don't forget your sisters waiting in the wings, the strength they bear, support and care. They're here, they're there, they're everywhere. Separation strains, but cannot break such strings. A sprightly green and black mermaid is flanked on either side by identical mermaid sisters. This inseparable trio was held together by a strong familial bond, presenting themselves as a united front against the worries of the world. Divination, you are not alone. There is no need to feel so isolated. You have got your quote-unquote sisters by your side. You sure do, girl. The world is so much easier to face when you do it hand in hand. Even when they are not there bodily, know they are with you in mind and heart. Need an ear to listen, a shoulder to cry on, perhaps a pep talk to cheer you on. You know who to turn to, so don't be hesitant to do so and reach out. So I feel like, well, things are probably, from what I see, going good for you right now. I feel like I know just from my personal relationship with you, our friendship, and I'm so glad for it, that you're doing really well and you're making a lot of changes on a spiritual level. And I'm just so proud of you. Like, you are far surpassing what I'm doing, and I'm trying hard too. But I feel like there could be times when you start to doubt yourself, or when you start to, wonder if what you're doing is right, or when you start to maybe miss having a romantic relationship, whatever it is that comes up. If you have a problem client, stress at work, you message me and I message you back as much as I can. I have been trying really hard not to be as busy when it comes to text. So even if it takes me a while, I've been trying to really respond to them without, more than being like, hey, I'm busy. So if you need to, reach out, but the people that you can reach out to when these time comes. Don't sit and dwell on these things. Okay. Talk about it. Even if you think it sounds dumb, I guarantee you it won't sound dumb to people who are close to you. I got the 3 fates off this card. I don't know why. And honestly, I just feel like you are on such a straight arrow aimed path towards your higher self, towards being the best you can be, towards reaching your spiritual ascension and achieving your goals here, that I just want to tell you, you are going the right way. You are doing the right things. But if you isolate and if you don't reach out when you're upset or when you need to talk or whatever the case may be, you're going to be pushed back by the universe because you're not opening up. I speak to my spirit guides out loud and curse them out throughout the day. You can do that too. They don't get offended.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, it's Nick, right?
Well, either that. Well, let's do Vixen Doe because she was
okay.
before. then Nick.
Okay. Yeah. Blue Heron, don't do that. If you're doing it for meditative or meditation reasons, that's a different story. But if you're doing it because you're feeling some type of way, just reach out, just a text. Even if you don't want to talk about what you're going through, just the conversation with someone else, a couple texts back and forth, a 5-10 minute phone conversation or video chat. Just to remember that there are people in the world that can make you laugh and smile and bring you out of it, and that are there. Yeah, exactly. Vixen Doe, I am going to use the Witching Hour Oracle for you. Aha, that's awesome. Blue Heron says, but I have plans with 2 of my female friends soon. 3 mermaids makes sense. There you go. Vixen Doe, oh, thank you so much. You're the best. You guys are the best. Vixen Doe says, I don't drink beer. All I can taste is the hops. It is like drinking grass cuttings. I hate all beer too. I can do Guinness. When I was a drinker, what I would do is I would go into the bar and they would pour me, if I had money, I'd be like, I got money today, they would pour me a pint of Guinness because I do love Guinness. But I can only have like 2 or it's like eating a meal. But otherwise, they'd pour me a Budweiser with a straw. And then I would use the Budweiser to chase like 5 or 6 shots of Jack Daniels. Did Jarvis leave?
I don't know if he did or not. I hadn't seen him for a while. Jarvis, you here, man? You're coming up here soon, too.
Vixen Doe, the Snow Moon, take root. Card number 35. The full snow moon is time to become established in your life, to take hold of a new idea or a way you wish to live. The mother illustrated on this card firmly rooted into the earth. Guys, how much more fortuitous could this get? We were just talking about rooting ourselves. Timing is ideal to take an idea or a belief and make it become established or accepted. If you believe that you would be happier living, say, a vegan lifestyle, this could be the time to embrace and commit to it. Maybe you move to a new city and you've been feeling alone. Consider volunteering or spending more time in your community. Where in your life do you need to be accepted and to have a permanent, solid base to turn to? Take time to take root and do what is necessary to be part of the world. I think there's another running theme here, guys, and that's that we really need to. That's my mother. She hates yellow beer. Everybody. Mom, I love you so much. We really do need to literally root ourselves, okay? And I think this is a message for all of us. It's time to take hold of the fact that we are trying to change something on the level of the collective, guys. And that is absolutely massive. But before any of us can do that, we have to make that shift in ourselves. And I struggle with it every single day with my yelling and with my impatience. I struggle with impatience and agitation, like always, right? So Vixen Doe, whatever emotions you're dealing with that you are having a hard time dealing with, like if you find yourself like me, just snapping at the smallest little thing and feeling bad about it, it's time to really sit back and work on that. And maybe you have somebody, in your life who's dealing with the same exact thing and you can reach out to them. Now is not the time, I don't think, for any of us to be alone because we are trying to unite the collective. But we have to be right with ourselves before we can do that. Talk it out, whatever it is. And if you're feeling isolated and alone and lonely, like I said to Blue Heron, it's time to reach out to somebody, even just for a 5-minute conversation, okay? Just to remember, you have people. You got people. Nick was next?
Yep.
All right, just let me get through these because I have them stacked because I have literally no room.
Christina, if you're still here, Miss Bell, Ninja Girl, if you're still here, you're next. And then Edna.
What about, what's that stuff called? For Loco?
Yeah.
Blue Heron says, I feel like all these readings resonate with me tonight, even from the beginning. Me too. And I had to stop for a second before and like check and make sure I wasn't pulling my own energy in, because I felt like almost every card, if not every card, I felt like I was reading for myself. That doesn't happen often. Like I'll resonate with a card here and there, but when it's every card I'm pulling, I have to really pull back my own energy, because I can't, like, I don't want to get my stuff mixed in with yours. All right. Nick, I'm using Whispers of Love. And I have a few decks I didn't use yet that I want to use that were really calling to me tonight. So Nick, and then you said Aunt Edna?
Yep.
Okay. Nick, ask for help. Guys, I mean, how much clearer can the universe be tonight?
Man, it's like on a roll tonight.
What do you really need? Be willing to accept and support. And it's card number 14. There is so much support available to you. You only need to ask for help and you will receive it. Let go of fear and pride, as they do not benefit you nor give you what you desire. Perhaps you feel inundated by challenges. Take a minute to think about what you need support with. Evaluating your feelings will enable you to effectively communicate what you want. Asking for help may seem scary and you may feel vulnerable. There are plenty of people who would love to be there for you. It's not demeaning to ask for help. Strength comes from the ability to recognize your personal needs. Release any feelings around being a burden to others. People love to help others, and it really is helpful and smart to ask for help. A beautiful mermaid sits at the knee of a wise and loving old man. You may recognize the love she feels as he supports the mermaid's needs. The yellow reflecting off the water and the mermaid's hair are calling you to expand your self-awareness. It is important to know when extra help is needed. So I feel like you're going through everything, struggling this whole way. And then at the end of the day, it's like you forgot that there are people to help you. Even if you feel like there's literally no one, there's always someone. If there's no one physical in your life that you feel like you can talk to, I know this is going to be a hard concept for you personally to grasp. Ask for help from your guides. Ask for help from your angels. You really need, Nick, to accept these things into your life. And this is not me telling you these things. This is coming from spirit, okay? So when I say you need to, I think you should, it's not actually me telling you this, okay? I'm channeling energy. Spirit wants you to connect with it. Okay, even if you're on a level where like you don't understand anything about it, just open up and be like, Spirit, help me understand. What do I need to do here? Because you are never going to be in a place where you're not overwhelmed and challenged and burdened until you can accept that you're a spiritual being and accept that energy into your life. And Edna, I am going to use the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. No owl decks yet. Somebody came in and asked about owl decks. Ooh, I used to drink Colt 45 too. Ooh. What about Cisco?
These drink Schaefer's.
Oh my gosh, blue Heron. That's so funny because I usually drink virgin pina coladas when I go out and like want to seem like I'm drinking. Like if I go to like Ray's niece had a sweet 16, all the adults there. I was the only one not drinking. So I got like, the lady made me this green tea drink that looked like wine. And then I got a virgin pina colada. I don't drink. My medication blocks it. And I just don't like drinking anymore. Cisco Chance. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Ghostdragonzw.
No, I ordered a Shirley Temple once. I got laughed at, but I said, that's all I want.
Cisco Chance. It actually is by chance that you came in when I said Cisco, because we were talking about things that we like, alcoholic drinks. And I said, what about Cisco? I wasn't actually talking about you, but welcome.
Yes, I have you on the list.
You're on the list. New England Dirt Roadie says, just got to say, I love being sober. And I've got to say amen to that. I will have 3.5 years exactly on the 21st. No, it's okay. Don't be sorry. I'm just letting you know. It was kind of funny. All right, Aunt Edna?
Schaefer's, yeah, it was cheap beer, Mom. Where I lived, it was a $2 6-pack. And I was 18 and I was able to get beer. So it was like, buy the cheap stuff.
I remember going to the liquor store.
I don't drink anymore.
With my dad's mom, my grandma Pat. And I remember cigarettes. She would get a pack of, I think they were Newports. And they were like $2.50. And she'd be like, this is ridiculous. Like, by the time you're old enough to smoke, and you better not, they're going to be like $10 a pack. She was right. She was right. They hit $8 right when I turned 19.
I think the cheapest I ever paid for a pack of smokes back in the day was 98 cents.
$6, or no, I'm sorry, $3.17 for a pack of Wave Lights in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And then you got my favorite card of the deck, Fiona and the Unicorn, the gift of sacred sight. Unicorns help us choose between what is pure and what is polluted. The unicorn's alicorn, which is a spiral horn holding the divine ratio and perfect proportions within it, connects directly to their third eye. At this time, many messages are being drawn directly to your third eye, and so your clairvoyant capacity is growing and opening. This may sometimes be disturbing for you. You may experience flashes of light at night as though lightning is striking behind your closed eyelids. You will be able to see the colors and energies around beings, even see who their guides and etheric companions are. Oh, now you have my gifts. It's all opening up for you. If you're not experiencing this already, you will, and probably starting the end of this week. The fairy with the unicorn is magical too. She is learning the secrets of speaking to the crystals. Fiona and the unicorn speak to you. With your eyes open, it is likely you will begin to see another world superimposed over this one. Energy will form shapes around people, objects, plants, and even buildings. That's the aura. You will see colors and energy fields, orbs, and entities. You are able to see what you once could not. For a time, this could lead to confusion, disrupted sleep, and a feeling that perhaps you may be out of your mind. But that's not true. The unicorn and I are here to guide you through this time. The unicorn will help purify the energy that comes close to you and advises you to drink a great deal of water as you go through this process of the third eye opening very widely. You will sometimes feel trapped in a world where you receive too many visions to make sense of. This will pass, and we will help you go through this stage. Ask us what you need to know, and we will do our best to translate the images you're seeing. The energies you are able to glimpse so clearly now into words you are able to understand. It is not the time to give in to fear and banish this visionary experience. Accepting it will lead to great healing and the ability to help others. While your third eye is opening, it may be helpful to work with a crystal, to work outside with the fairies in their natural habitat, and to experience pure and beautiful visions to balance the other stranger and sometimes harsher images you will see. Take time to see into nature, and this opening will not be traumatic. It may be strange and difficult at times, but it will become natural and pleasurable, and what you see with your spirit eye will be pleasant for you to experience. A great many visions will come to you. Stay hydrated and keep a record of what you see. You may begin to create spirit paintings, capturing these spirits' visions with pen, color, and canvas. You are not losing your mind. You have recently been gifted with sacred sight. And I knew this was coming. Okay, I think a lot of us that pay attention week by week saw this coming from a mile away a year ago when you had the double arrow card from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Okay, I don't know if this is happening yet, but it seems to me like not so much being a physical medium, because I don't see you seeing the dead. What I am seeing for you, though, is seeing auras and seeing energy. So, you know, when you meet someone, even if they're really nice and everyone's like, oh, hey, this is Bob. And he's so amazing. He's such a great guy. And Bob's so nice and smiley and helpful. And for some reason, Bob just like puts you off and you can't understand why. It's going to be things like that. Now you're going to see that Bob, you know, has a sagging aura with black around it because he's a liar or a crook, or you're going to be able to see things like that. Energy, and sometimes places take on energy. I think one of the things wrong with your house mother is that you have some kind of conscious, your house itself took on some kind of consciousness because somebody that lived there before was playing around and messing with the occult, and they left behind a lot of that energy. That's why I think it's going to be semi-easy to slow things down and get through it when I come up and visit and lay the salt and everything, because it's just what is it called when it comes out of you? It's just and then it's just a thing, right? It's energy. It's just an energetic thing. And if you have indication it's already happening, this is just telling you, you know, stay positive, stay hydrated. And literally, if you want, call on Fiona and the Unicorn. Just call on them. You are going to get answers, whether you believe it's coming from the creations of the author on this card or not. Spirit and your spirit guides will come to you in any way you want them to, as long as you call for them.
Okay, let's do Mr. Crowley if he's ready.
All right, Crowley. I'm going to use Sacred Forest. I don't drive, but I do know gas is high. Blue Heron, whatever it is by you, it's probably a little more expensive by me, like by a couple cents. Oh, that's cheap, Ghost Dragons.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're good right now. I mean, it's been bouncing between that and 505.
I remember, and everyone I talk to says no, and I wish he were still alive to validate this. But when I first started dating my son Damien's father, Jeff, it was 2001, like 2002. And I remember gas was only for 2 months one summer. That summer was like 99 cents. And I don't remember why, but I remember that. And I remember him being like, this is great. You know, like, so I get 20
It
gallons.
might have been a mistake, and they had to pay it because sometimes they'll put it on the sign.
No, it was going on like for the whole summer. I'll never forget it. And I didn't drive, so I thought that was normal.
Maybe my mom says winter grade they were trying to get rid of.
I don't know what was. I'm going to have to look that up because I know it happened. My mom says, I'm getting better at texting. I'm so glad to talk more with you guys. I told you you'd get the hang of it. You just explained what's been happening this past month. Thank you, sweetie. Spot on, Gemma. You're so welcome. It's what I'm here for. Crowley, yeah, let's see. Reflecting Pool, the card of stillness. Right, Miss Fidgety Aura, thank you. She remembers too. It was only for 2 months during the summer. I'm going to look it up. Maybe it was just
I need to find out why that happened. That's interesting.
Yeah, it really was. It was after we went to war too, because you remember 9/11 was in 2001. Yeah. That might be that summer. It's either 2001 or 2002 where it hit 99 cents.
Wow.
All right, Crowley, as you stand on the soft moss at the edge of the forest pool, you can see your own reflection. A soft breeze ripples the surface. Your image wavers and shifts, only to return as the air becomes still. In the quietude of this moment, you tap into the internal source of your power. You watch as your reflected image transforms into the highest form of you. What beauty, what grace. In stillness, your power emerges. Tap into your inner sacred witness to discover the dwelling place of your soul. In profound peace and silence, you can discover the truth of your being. If you're in pain, go into the stillness until you find the source. Resist the temptation to indulge in feelings of overwhelm, urgency, and emergency. There is always a higher truth. Seek it out. Your soul loves what is real and honest. In quietude, the truth emerges. Move past the bustle and chatter of life into sweet stillness. Allow the chaos of the outer world to roll off your back the way water rolls off the back of a duck. Surrender to it. Seek solitude to hear the voice of spirit, and serenity will follow. The spirit of the reflecting pool says, in silence, you'll find the dwelling place of your soul. Take time to move into quietude, and you'll uncover a vast store of insight emerging within you. In ongoing situations in your life, hold back. Take time to reflect before responding to them. And this is kind of important because I feel like it's saying you may not be being honest with yourself about something that's going on. I don't know what that could possibly mean. But that there's something that's causing some form of issue in your life, but you're not seeing it because you're not seeing whatever this is as a problem. So maybe it's you're working 90 hours a week, and this is just an example. I know you're not seeing anyone, but you're working 90 hours a week and your romantic partner is listen, there's no time for me, but you're oh, I'm just working. There's something in your life that you are actively doing that's just not working for you, but you don't see it that way. And I feel like that's where you have to go into the stillness. This week, I don't think you should be out hanging out with friends. I don't think you should be partying, celebrating. I think you should be working and going home, spending time in the quietude, unplugging. All right. I do feel like you could be dealing with some inner demons who have projected outwardly, not become tulpas or conscious beings, but that you're seeing as something outside of you, when really it's your own inner self attacking you to wake you up, to show you the stillness, and to connect you to the world of spirit.
Okay, you ready? Next two are Taiwaz and Sophia.
After Taiwaz and Sophia, I'm going to take a little 5-minute break.
Do I get to go run around in the yard for a little bit?
No. Taiwaz.
Please.
All right. 3 minutes. Clean up after yourself. Bring one of the poopy bags. And don't use RJ's tree. Use the poison ivy tree.
Oh, gee, thanks.
He got
poison enough as it is. That's all I need.
He got poison ivy
Oh.
down there last year. Yeah, because he didn't know. He just whips it out and just pees, and there is poison ivy. Yeah, I tried to pull it because I'm not allergic to it, so I can pull it with my bare hands. But a snake popped up, and I noped out of there immediately. It was like, I just covered it with some cardboard. It was like, don't touch the cardboard.
You know, when I was younger, and I was a groundskeeper because I worked many jobs, but my two main jobs was a bonanza, and then and when I was younger, I was a groundskeeper for an apartment complex, and we used to bet cases of beer on who could pull the poison ivy bare hand and not get it. Well, I used to win, but I wasn't a drinker, so I'd just share it with everybody. But now I can't even get near the stuff, and it's like, so it got its revenge.
Pam, actually, he does. He doesn't say Glimmerman. He doesn't say monster. He doesn't even say there it is anymore. What he does is he points to the tree, but then like moves on. Like he'll stop, look, go like that, and then move on. Like it's like a subconscious memory. Taiwa, something happened that has happened like once or twice before during these readings. So, Crowley, that's good. Definitely do that. So I pulled your card, but then another card was laying there. So you have two cards. It happened by accident. I have to read them both. So let's move on. The first card that I pulled is New Beginnings. Beneath the canopy of radiant stars, a mother and Cupid-like child ascend weightlessly across the heavenly firmament. The purity of their naked form symbolizes the archetypal newness of life and the transcendence of worldly restrictions. Unburdened by the past, she hides nothing and carries nothing except for her offspring. She may have encountered obstacles before arriving at this point of freedom, but there is nothing preventing her and her child from soaring towards the stars. This card indicates you may be about to enter a new phase of life. Unlike the card of transition, the mood of New Beginnings is joyful expectancy, heralding an opportunity to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. The supportive, nurturing energy of this card helps transcend old habits or ways of relating which have been holding you back. A new beginning is not necessarily radical. Sometimes a series of subtle changes bring about the most lasting and miraculous benefits. Perhaps you have been working toward new beginnings, such as relocation or a career change, but restrictions have hindered your progress. Know that the seeds of change have already been sown in readiness for your intention to manifest ideas and turn your aspirations into realities. So this is the card that I actually pulled for you, okay? I am getting expectancy, a godchild, a grandchild. I don't know much about you. Just a close friend having a baby. There is newness coming in. Or it could be the birth of an idea, something you've been working on, starting your own business, a major career move, a major relocation move, something really huge and wonderful that you have been trying to manifest for a really long time is coming in. Not this week, but by the end of summer, I was struck really as it was profound that it said the only thing she carries is her offspring. Meaning no guilt, shame, fear, regret. All she carries is the love in her heart, what she feels inside of her, the beauty and the newness and the joy of this creation, which in her case is a child. In your case, it could be the birth of anything, but you are definitely coming into a beautiful, amazing new time. If you continue on the path you're on, even if you don't feel like it, I'm telling you, girl, I am never wrong. So take that for what it's worth. Now, the other card that popped out that I was going to put back, but the universe was like, read it. So I'm going to read it. I literally was yelled in my face. If you saw me, I was like this. You helped out with getting me in touch with my business, and I do create, so it makes sense. Yeah, there you go. Stay out of the forest. Yeah. Mom, you weren't here when I said Ray is taking us camping this year in the fall, but I'm afraid to bring RJ, so you might be babysitting. The card of surrender, Taiwaz. A lone woman stands motionless in a field of flowers as if caught in a poignant moment of realization. A gentle breeze carries tiny seed heads upwards, and butterflies float from her open palm like surrendered thoughts ascending to the heavenly realms. And butterflies always mean freedom in the oracle. By drawing this card, the universe is highlighting possible resistance and attachments in need of your attention. You may have reached an impasse with a challenging predicament, or perhaps you are struggling to maintain control within a situation. If you are satisfied you can do more, now is a good time to let go and surrender. Let your meditation be on the words, thy will, not my will. Unlike its little sister, resignation, the mighty act of surrender demands that you relinquish control by opening your heart and mind to the higher power. Have faith that whatever is given will be for your highest good and for the good of all concerned. Butterflies are powerful symbols of transformation and renewal. Now is the time to embrace change, step bravely into the unknown, and surrender what you are for that which you can become. And now I understand, okay? This card is where you are now, and that's why I saw new beginnings coming like by the end of summer, because you're moving into the new, I feel like I'm doing a personal, you're moving into the new beginnings card. But first, you must surrender to the higher power. That doesn't mean you have to be religious. People have different higher powers. Mine is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Some people, their higher power is their higher self. It doesn't matter. Surrender to the universe, okay? Trust it. Have faith in it. Continue to manifest. And by the end of the summer, you are going to have manifested your new beginning. Sophia, then break. And I will be quick, about 5 minutes, okay? Sophia, you had a question. Should you return a text? I would like to use the Gothic Oracle for you, and let's hope we can get you an answer.
You just haven't spent enough time in the forest.
Oh, can I tell you guys something really funny? Last year, right around this time, my mom and stepdad came to visit me. And I have bears, black bears. They play in RJ's pool. They hang out on my porch. If you guys saw the Facebook videos where the cubs came up to the porch. And another one was there the other night eating a box of airheads that we had just out on the porch. We forgot to bring in red airheads, right? And the cub was really small. Like Ray said, it was like the smallest cub he'd ever seen. So we're standing outside. It's me, Ray, RJ, my stepfather, and my mother. And all of a sudden, I hear the most loudest, bloody murder piercing scream and just see my mom go from my driveway. Now, my driveway holds about 10 cars, so it's pretty long. She went from the end of my driveway where they were parked inside my house, up the stairs, through the gravel, everything in like 2 seconds. Like she was gone. I'm surprised there wasn't smoke. Screaming at the top of her lungs. I run inside. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? She's like, you have to go get Gary, because my stepdad had some health problems. God rest his soul before he passed. And he couldn't walk that fast. So he was very slow. So she leaves him and runs inside. And she's like, you got to go get him up the stairs. I'm like, what is it? She's like, it's a bear. Now, there was a really huge bear that was just happened to be walking right past us through the yard. But Ray and RJ and I are so used to it. And my stepdad was one of those people that nothing bothered him. He's like, oh, great, a bear. You know, like he was just really chill. He was a boomer. But my mom was so funny. She screamed bloody murder. My neighbor had to ask me, he's like, your mom's from the city, isn't she? She left his butt out there and just ran for cover and then told me I got to go face the bear to get Gary. I was like, why do I
give
gotta
it a
go?
Slim Jim and they can go hang out with Sasquatch.
Mom, you and I are going to go on a cruise. We're going to go on a haunted tour of New Orleans. I got you, Mama. Just give me another year or so, and we're going to make it happen. Blue Heron, sleep well, sweetheart. Don't forget Cisco is new, I think. Sophia, card number 11 in the Gothic Oracle. The Autumn Bride. Beauty, healing, and kindness. There is a beautiful flow of energy around you. Your energy is high, and people around you can sense and feel the glow exuberating from your aura. Your positive energy is rubbing off on others. Though, be aware of psychic vampires, those who drain your energy when they see your light shining so brightly. If you feel you are in the need for healing, this card suggests that you reconnect with nature. Feel the grass beneath your feet, the air on your face, or do something which you will help you to feel rejuvenated. These are translated from like Italian. Do something which will help you to feel rejuvenated. This is an excellent time to tap into your inner thoughts. Your mind is calm and receptive. There are times when we all need to step out of the rat race and be kind to ourselves. This is your time now. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know which way you were hoping this would go. Cisco, you'll be first when we get back from break, and it's only going to be 4 to 5 minutes. No, I would not be returning any text right now. I get the feeling that whoever this is that you're thinking of texting, I don't know if it's a romantic relationship. I don't know if it's a friendship, if it's a toxic familial thing. Whatever it is, I think the person is unknowingly vampiric off of you. And I specifically remember this from last week. There was like a possible third party situation, but I was really confused about it. And now I'm seeing kind of like the same thing. Like there's a fourth party, a fifth party, but it's not like really, I don't know if there's some kind of internet communication going on. I wouldn't. I feel like this person is not a bad person, but I'm getting a lot of dishonesty, a lot of playfulness, but it's not like a child's playfulness of innocence. It's like, I'm going to play with you and see how long I can do that for. I would take a step back, take time for yourself. It doesn't mean you can't ever text this person or speak to them. I would advise, and the universe is telling me just for this week, take time to yourself. If it's a romantic relationship, I'm telling you right now, I don't want to say it because I don't like giving messages like this, but I get a really strong feeling that like you're not the only person that this person is dealing with. I don't get it that they're all around town. That's why I think it's like an internet thing. Take this week for yourself. I think you should avoid anything that's vampiric on your soul and your spirit and on your energy, kind of wasting your time on vampiric people, even if they're inadvertently so. So for this week, no, I would take a rest from anything that's,
just play it cool.
Yeah, play it cool. Anything that's not charging you. Gemma, yes, internet. I think it's true about the bat. I thought it was an angel. All right. Anyway, Sophia, I hope that you can be strong and take the universe's advice. Everyone else, we will be right back, or I will be right back.
I'm going to.
Mom says, I want to take you to Cape May to a haunted bed and breakfast. Awesome, but creepy. I have been a couple of times. Yeah, I want to go. I already told you that. We're going to do that this summer. We've got to do that. Let me know like a little while in advance. You know, Ray will watch.
You got to make sure you leave waffle sandwiches for me.
Listen, I'll let RJ feed you.
Oh,
Mom, Cape May is probably my favorite place that I feel the most drawn to in New Jersey. It's just, I know there's so much history and spirit there. We'll be right back. Blue Crossroads, I do plan on coming to visit as soon as like I start making money.
I do.
I'm living off donations right now, guys. That's why I kind of like, I'm like, don't worry, like donate to CashApp, donate to PayPal, because like living off them. But once I start making like an actual career out of this financially, I do plan on visiting a lot of you guys. We'll be right back. A vampire. Okay. What's up, guys? Ireland is somewhere. You can ask my mom. She used to call me Miss Ireland because when I was younger, even now, I feel drawn to it. I've always wanted to go. It's actually like the first place out of America on my bucket list. She said, "You're talking Guinness. I'm all in." It's my mama. Who's next? Let's do this. Cisco.
Yes.
Cisco, I am. Just let me find the. Looking for the Raven's wand. I know it's here. Yep. I really need a better system.
You did Sophia, right? No, you got to do Sophia.
Yeah, I just read for Sophia.
Oh, okay. That's right, you did, didn't you?
I will, guys. When I do I'm hoping to do some sort of subscriber visitation throughout the country as soon as, again, I start making a little bit more money. I know that that's going to happen. I know that YouTube's going to be a great career for me. I'm hoping to get a show on Paraflix. So just help me manifest it, and I will be coming to visit. Thank you. You guys are so sweet and generous. All right, Cisco, do you identify as male or female or neither? No, Pittsburgh's not another country weirdo. Guns, yeah, right. I'm wearing my smooth as Tennessee whiskey, sweet as strawberry wine shirt. I really love this color. It's hard to get. All right, Anna. All right, Cisco. Thank you for that. All right. Wild at heart. And you got this in the upright position. Eagles have been pushed farther into remote and rocky places by persecution. Witches have been forced to find ever more secluded locations for their covens for much the same reasons. Daisy Nettles could dwell on her bitterness at this injustice, but would it do her any good? Instead, she takes flight on her lightning staff into those harsh mountains where the eagles reign and finds peace in her love of music. No matter the scale of the darkness facing us, beauty is always singing. Daisy finds just a few notes on her violin are enough to soften the gloom of the darkest clouds. Whatever you're going through, I always say this, is the juice worth the squeeze? But I feel like now you have to ask yourself, is it worth the fight? Okay, is it worth the argument? Is whatever it is worth fighting for? Or would it be easier and bring you more peace and harmony into your life to just walk away? And not just in the moment either, Cisco. Would it be easier for you to walk away from whatever this relationship is or whoever this person is that you constantly feel like you're in a battle with? I feel as though there's some kind of emotional turmoil going on in your life, or that's going to be unfortunately coming in this week. But I don't get that, because I do feel like this is a constant thing. Whether it's constant and then there's a break, I don't know. Is it worth it anymore? Would it just be easier for you to go off on your own and do your own thing, right? And walk away from the constant arguing that brings down your vibration. It lowers your vibration and your energy. It vampirically steals from you, the constant arguing and fighting. Thank you. On point. So I really think this week you should really take the time to think. Like, if you're in a place where, like, just for instance, and I'm not saying this is what's going on, but like you have a romantic partner that you live with, but it's just not working out anymore. Like, there's constant fighting. Neither one of you are willing to budge, or this person is like a narcissist. They're never going to budge. And you can't get away from them, like, for this week. Do the best you can to avoid any kind of fighting or confrontation, even if you're right. Because I get a feeling you're dealing with someone who is never wrong, right? And really take the time to figure out if maybe it's time to walk away. I'm kind of getting that it is, whether it's a romantic situation or like a familial relationship where someone's not respecting boundaries and always bringing drama. Whatever this is, it's a really important decision. And by the end of the week, you should have made it, because I feel like this has been a long time coming. Chillin' Charlie, what's up? All right, who's next? I'm going to bang through a few. You're so welcome.
Laura. Pixie.
Who?
Lit
Oh, Pixie. Yes, I'm going to use the Gothic. Yes. Oh, I'm coming to visit. Don't worry. I'll be there. Eventually. Oh, here we go. Dropped out. Card number 16. Ooh, it's really pretty. You're very welcome. Thank you, all of you, for being here with me tonight. Yes, I'm on a roll, but I'm talking too much and I got to get through. All right. Under the mask, Lara, confidence, putting the past behind you. Through experiences of the past, your confidence is growing. You no longer feel the need to hide behind others. At last, you see and accept that you are a wonderful individual in your own right. You are looking for new challenges which will inspire and drive you. There is no time to waste as you are ready for action. Tears of sadness are now long gone. Those difficult experiences were a huge learning opportunity, but you have learned difficult lessons and realized they have made you who you are today. You may feel you still have a way to go before you feel fully confident, but you're on the right path and you are getting there. Take life one day at a time, and each day that passes you will move a step. Each day that... These darn Italians. Take life one day at a time, and each day that passes will move you a step closer toward your goals. Wow, so me, yeah. You've been through hell and back like most of us have, but in this community, it's real. I mean, everybody should be learning from these experiences and understanding why they happen in the house and all that, but most people don't. It's basically this community, right? So I feel like you're really understanding that the terrible things, the bad things, the painful things have taught you these major lessons for your soul to move forward and your life to move on. And I feel like you're kind of thinking back on that. You're seeing all the life lessons you've learned and you're moving forward. This is just a time of harmony and a time where you need to recognize yourself that you're a way stronger, smarter, and more wise person than you've ever been. So you can really do whatever you want at this point if you can accept that confidence that should have come with you battling demons in hell and coming through it. Who's next?
Shelly, if she's still here. I hadn't seen her for a while.
Yeah, I don't know. And that is so true. It's all a test. Try to go through it in grace. And that's how I see it. And that's why at the end of my videos, I always try to remember to tell you guys to go in grace, to smile at a stranger. Speaking of which, really quick, some guy was at the doctor's office next to my mom's house today. She was on the porch. And he comes up and he asks where the little one is. The only little one in the house has been RJ. And she's like, excuse me? And RJ's like really talkative. I told him you can talk to strangers when mommy or daddy are with you. And I remember one day sitting on the porch and it was raining and he said hi to some guy. Some guy said hi to him and RJ was there and they shook hands and they talked about the weather for like 15 minutes. This guy remembered my son and asked my mom where he was. He's like, what a cool kid. He's like, he was so cute. That's my son. He just has that effect on people. All right, who's next?
Let's go with Ralph. You still around?
You are so right, Pixie. I'm so glad to hear it. I literally have said that I'm done denying my abilities and ready to just be me. Thank you, Gemma. Trust me, denying abilities, pretending you don't have them, just doesn't work because we're given them for a reason. And I think you know that. And I'm really glad. Chillin' Charlie, good night, sweetie.
Good night.
Shelly's not here. Let's move on.
I said either Ralph or New England.
Which one of y'all are here? Ralph, New Englander at Rhodey? Ralph and Cassie Francis, New Englander at Rhodey.
Trying to give him some time. Jessica, you're also in the list here. If you're Jessica Lee. Oh, New England's here.
Okay.
Ralph might have stepped away, so I'll put him on hold.
Okay, he comes back and forth.
Yeah. And New England's here, though.
All right, Mr. New England.
Or person, or...
All right, I guess it's Whispers of Love. I just have to put some of these down on the floor. unfortunately, because they're falling and I don't have room. It's really annoying, actually. All right. All right, so I wanted to use Oracles of Shadow and Light. My mom says, gonna say goodnight to all of you amazing people. Be kind. See you next week. Good night, my beautiful Gemma. Love you all. Peppa Pig, then the X-File. Mom, I love you. Have a good night. I'll see you next week, and I will also see you in 2 weeks at your house, and I can't wait. All right, so I wanted to use Shadows and Light, but the universe is saying Whispers of Love, New England, so I'm just going to go with the universe. It's always the best route. Be in the present and dream of the future. Card number 40. When we dream, everything is possible. Avoid dwelling on things that have passed and no longer exist. Everyone has a past that has helped to shape who they are. The history cannot be erased. This history cannot be erased. Accept the past and look forward to the future. Set goals, dream big, and create. By doing this, you will eliminate the need to revisit the past. Having a goal helps you to focus on what's important. Setting a goal with a 1-year time frame is a simple way to live in the present. What would you like to be doing or achieving by this time next year? Make it an attainable task and work on your dream every day. Once you have committed to your goal, you will find you are more easily able to reach it. Work consistently toward your dream and you will make steady progress and achieve it much quicker. A woman sits beneath the nighttime sky. The pyramids and crystal castle behind her represent ideals from the past. The structures refer to the past and the things that brought you to this point. The stars in the sky symbolize the higher power that guides you. Humans are made of the same energy that made the stars. You have a light inside of you. Shine it into the darkness and create your dreams. New England, this card is definitely telling you, it's almost the same as what Lara had, right? It's telling you that it's time to move on from people, places, and things in the past. Even ideas that you had that like didn't work out. If you want to start that 1-year-long goal, just think to yourself, you don't even have to, I mean, you could write it down, it'd probably be easier, but like just think to yourself every day, like by this time next year, I say it all the time, by this time next year, I will so and so and so. And that's what I focus on. I feel like there could be someone coming in from your past or something from your past you're considering going back to, like maybe an old job, maybe revitalizing or renewing an old friendship. I would warn against that. I would warn against letting anyone back in from the past. Now, I'm not saying don't forgive someone if they come in to make amends, but that doesn't mean you have to renew the entire relationship. The universe is urging you to move on and move forward with a plan for your future because the universe wants so badly to help you to attain your dreams and your goals and to have learned from everything that you've gone through. It's moving right on from Lara's. You know, knowing that the hell you've been through served a purpose. And it's so you can live your life now. Not a person, but moving on certainly. I see Jessica is here. Should I do Jessica Lee? You're muted, I think.
I was stuffing food in my mouth.
Oh.
Yes, Jessica is here. Jessica
All right,
Lee. Since there are two Jessicas.
I'm sorry, what?
There is 2 Jessicas. There's a Lee and an S. So Lee
okay. I didn't see Jessica S come in. Moving back. Okay, New England, are ready? If you're moving back to somewhere, again, be really careful about old friendships or romantic relationships being renewed, because I feel like you either had a falling out with a person or these people if it's a friendship, or obviously there's a reason that the relationship itself didn't work out. So I would really warn against that. You're welcome. Jessica Lee, I am using the Destiny's Portal deck. And you got the card of the Mystic Mermaid. There are lots of kinds of magic in this world. Sometimes the best magic for the spirit is a little magical attention to the body. Isn't it interesting how a good meal, an exquisite bit of chocolate, a perfect wine, a song, or a soft bed can lift the spirit? We don't usually think of physical pampering as feeding the soul, but it does. Our bodies are more than just containers for souls. Oh my gosh, did you guys, my newest video, containers for souls? They are part of the universe, and just as we honor the sun, the moon, nature, each other, and our own spirits, we should neglect our bodies. When we feel pampered and cared for, we want others to feel good too, so we turn our attention very naturally to others' needs. Come on. Quite simply, treat yourself. Pamper yourself in whatever way you can. Have you been considering a full day at the spa? The answer here is do it. And if a full day is out of the question or your budget, maybe not your style, then be creative. You know what you like: a new nail polish or lipstick, an extra hour of sleep on lovely clean sheets, peppermint essential oil, a bright scarf, an hour alone with a good book and the perfect cup of tea, a stolen afternoon walk in the park. You get the idea. When you're done, find a way to send a little pampering someone else's way. A packet of tea you know they'll like, a fancy truffle, a magazine, some scented lotion, etc. It's time for you to do for yourself, okay? You do so much for others. I feel like you don't get a lot in return, Jessica, either from a specific relationship or from people in general. It's like you're one of those people who's like that cup of water that just keeps getting emptied by everyone around them and nobody bothers to pour any back in. It's time for you this week to do something nice for yourself. It's a very simple message. And then after you do something nice for yourself, do something nice for someone else. You know, something small like a packet of tea or sending a small gift or a handwritten note, you know. It's a very simple message. And the reason is because you've been giving so much, whether you realize it or not, energetically, you need to recharge. And being happy and calm and relaxed is the absolute best way to recharge our energy. Thank you, Jessica. Recharge, exactly. Who's next?
Matt Taylor, she's here. That's all.
Miss
1 minute. And if she doesn't answer, go ahead and do Pam Smith.
What about Blue Crossroads? Is he on there?
I wasn't sure if he was staying, but if he's staying, I'll be more than happy. He can be next.
We'll do Pam and then Blue Crossroads. Mac's
Okay.
here. So Mac, Pam, and Blue Crossroads.
Sounds good. You actually got that before I did this time.
Mac, I'm going to use the Halloween Oracle on you. Yeah, Pam, we got it. This is Mac's reading. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. The dark, it envelops me. The witching hour awaits. True magic and enchantment and spells that change fates. The middle of the night, midnight, is the hour in which it is believed that ghosts, witches, ghouls, and magic are most likely to be active. Transition times, such as noon, the time between tides, or even dark moon, are traditionally powerful times for magical transformations. In some Christian traditions, the witching hour is seen as 3 a.m. because it is the opposite to the time that Jesus is said to have died at 3 p.m. But there is some consensus that midnight is the time of greatest magic, particularly around Halloween time. As soon as the clock strikes midnight on Halloween, it is said that the spirits flow forward through the veil and, if benevolent, bring positive messages. If not so benevolent, they are mischievous and play tricks at best, or at worst, cause havoc. Allow yourself to relax into the benevolent darkness of midnight. You may feel this is your darkest hour, but know that the light will return again. The dawn always follows the darkest night. Know, too, that this is important to recognize that we all have darkness within us, just as we have light, and this shouldn't be something to hide from. Okay, so going through the dark night of the soul, like most of us are, and unfortunately, I feel like either we're just getting into another one because it's a constant cycle of getting into one, being right in the thick of it, and then coming out. And once you come out, you get like a 3 to 6 month, maybe a year of reprieve, but it's hardly ever that long, right? I feel like you're right in the thick of a dark night of the soul. You're right in the middle of your own very personal midnight. And what the universe is saying is fall into it, go with the flow, and understand that it's not a forever thing. It's simply a lesson you have to learn. Okay. Always put yourself first. That's not selfish. Again, the cup of water. Imagine you are a cup of water. You're giving sips away. People are coming in energetically or whatever, taking sips. So when you're empty, when that glass of water is empty, if no one has refilled it, who's going to do it? You're going to have to do it. And it's that time for you, the time for refilling, recharging, and really understanding the lessons that you're supposed to learn right now. Okay. You are in the middle of something big. And I feel like it's because you're supposed to be learning. If you do not come out of whatever this dark night of the soul is, emotionally stronger and more aware spiritually, you're going to continue to stay in this until you do understand what your soul's purpose to having been in this situation is. So I hope that you're understanding that even though this is a spiritual test, it's perfectly okay to get lost for a little while in the madness of midnight and understand that you're going to reemerge into the light. How quickly you want to do that is up to you. What are you learning? Are you just giving in to the chaos and tumult, or are you trying to get out of it and actively seeking a way to do so? It is time to move on.
Okay. Now, you going to do Blue Crossroads?
Yeah, I'll pull one for Shauna for later too, of course.
Yeah, I told him you would anyways.
Blue Crossroads, I am going to use Angels and Ancestors on you. Okay, Jessica. Are you going to hang out for your reading or?
Yeah, because she's like you did Pam Smith.
No, I did not do Pam yet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Blue, then Smith, then Johnny, then her. So she can wait 3 or 4 people. She's good.
So it'll be Blue, Crossroads, Shauna, Pam Smith, Johnny Yuma.
And then her.
Jessica S. And then I guess Sandra Heath and Jordan Kodiak. I don't know.
Paris, Charlie, and then Jordan, then Sandra.
Okay,
Charlie. We're almost done, actually.
I know. Charlie left.
Yes. Oh, did he leave?
Yeah, Jarvis didn't get a reading, I guess, because he didn't want to be here without Marie.
Yeah, I figured that, so that's why I just kind of stayed quiet.
Okay, Pam, thank you. Yeah, we'll do Jessica S first because she seems like she has to go. So Blue Crossroads, Shauna, Jessica, Pam,
okay,
Jordan, Sandra, Johnny in the middle. You tell me. I don't know. All right, Blue Crossroads, let's do this.
We'll get him.
Shapeshifter.
Sorry.
That's okay. Transform and unveil your gifts. Blue Crossroads, transform and unveil your gifts. Take your time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. In shamanic traditions, a shapeshifter is either an animal that has the capacity to change between species or a shaman who has the capacity to transform into an animal to go journeying. If there is a wild animal you are particularly drawn to or fascinated by, it's probably because you can transform into one in your meditations or journeying practices to go exploring in the other worlds. When you shift into animal form, you can see the world through different eyes and tap into the animal's survival skills to help yourself through a particular situation. You may have been through many challenges and lows, but now you are in a space of transformation. You are moving beyond your past challenges and honing your current strengths. There are opportunities for you to discover and rediscover the gifts and talents that you were born with and born to share. All of your past experiences have only helped you to see how strong you really are. You are an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents that you will share in your lifetime. You are guided to stay focused on the light, knowing that it will guide you forward. When this card arrives, there's also an opportunity to tap into the power of your spirit animal. Note, if you're seeing a particular animal regularly, it's because its medicine is coming to you. I think you said the eagle is actually your spirit animal. Either way, what this is saying is you are able to go with the flow and shift into any role that you need to shift into. It's the same as the last 4 or 5 cards and kind of like the theme of the night where it's like we've learned our lessons, we've been through stuff, but we're coming out stronger, we're coming out wiser. We're coming out with soul growth and real true transcendence. And Blue Crossroads, I feel like this card is saying you are, like I said to someone else before, on the cusp of a major breakthrough as far as your spiritual transcendence, okay? you may be bossing up or leveling up as spiritually, as far as your soul ascension, spiritual ascension. That's what I'm trying to get at. I feel like you're like 1 or 2 lessons away from real, true soul ascension. And I think that the universe wants you to stay focused on that, stay focused on the lessons that you need to learn throughout everything you're going through. Also staying kind and patient, and knowing that it's okay every once in a while to be vulnerable about something that's bothering you. Where is Be Kind? Where is Grey Wolf? I hate when other people stream at the same time as me. All right. Shauna.
Yes, Shauna.
For Shauna, I'm going to use Mystical Journey. Just making sure it's not upside down. I hate when they're upside down. On the card, the native is actually shifting into an eagle. You can see it there. All right. Miss Shauna, and this is at 9:57 Eastern. Sandra Heath, welcome. She got card number 1, and going right with the flow of things, the card of growth. Shauna, and I'll go like this, so you know. Stop the video there. Imagine your higher self looking on with joy and pride as you grow into a magnificent human. There is no hurry or impatience, for your soul knows that you grow and evolve just at the right pace. You started life as a small seed, and as you grew into an adult, you learned many things. Now you are an adult. You are learning to shine your light brighter and brighter so that the earth's vibration may be raised. Be gentle with yourself and nurture yourself as you navigate this often harsh and confusing world. Your higher self is always there to assist you, but it first needs your permission to act. So ask for guidance on how to best handle any situation you find yourself in. Cultivate your inner garden by filling it with good thoughts, nourishing food, and plenty of water and rest. Spend time in nature and notice how the trees and plants grow steadily and beautifully in their own time. They have bloomed where they were planted or where the seed fell and have made the best of their environment. You are learning the patience you need to let go and grow at your own pace. Do not compare yourself to the growth of others. I feel like she got this card last week. I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and check. Shauna, this card is basically telling you to take care of yourself and don't rush things. Maybe you want an answer to something. Maybe you want to know, why, when, who, how, what. The universe is saying with time it'll come. Just continue not to allow the things that you're going through to affect you in a negative way, to make you harsh or impatient. When you start feeling that way, or when you start feeling frustrated with life or with the hand you've been dealt, take a step back and remember that, the plants grow as they can, and they're beautiful and they're a huge part of nature. Maybe go for a walk in nature, have a cup of tea, take a hot bath. Do whatever it is you do to nurture yourself this week. I feel like this is another week for kind of self-reflection and being very, very patient with the universe. If you need those answers, ask your guides for them. Puzzle piece. I don't know, because I'm not really an astrologist. I am an oracle and a seer. If you want to email me, I can certainly look it up for you. Who's next?
Pam. Or unless you want to do Jessica. S.
Let's do Jessica real quick and then Pam.
Okay.
Welcome, Christian Wolf. All right,
Hello.
Jessica S. Thank you, Miss Taiwaz. Yeah, I don't ever want to say that I can do something I can't do. That would be a really bad look. And I feel like when you lie, you have to remember things. And I have not a good memory. I am not good at lying. But puzzle piece, I would be more than happy to try to help you figure that out. I'm always willing to learn. All right, Jessica S., you got the kangaroo. Be a force for good. I think next week I'm going to use less decks, guys. Like, I'm going to let the universe choose 10. Because this is a lot. Jessica S., act as a peaceful warrior. These unique animals incarnated from Nijale, the ascended aspect of Mars, at the same time as the Aborigines, to ground the energy and wisdom of the golden civilization of Lemuria. They are tuning in to the etheric libraries within Lemurian crystals to access information to help us move into the new golden age, the golden age, the collective consciousness shift from 3 to 5D. Kangaroos love this planet and all of nature, and they use their kundalini, which is our vital energy force, to bound around so that the fragile soil structure of Australia is not damaged. As healers, they can draw light from the cosmic heart to heal the ley lines wherever they go. They are connected to the great archangels Raquel, Garcisa, and Sandalphon, who work within the center of the earth. This is a card of the wise, balanced, compassionate leadership. This is the card of wise, balanced, and compassionate leadership. Be a peaceful warrior and upholder of justice and equality, particularly help those who are vulnerable. Treat our beautiful planet with respect and love, and nature will support you. At the same time, you are invited to tune into the information and knowledge held within the Lemurian crystals. You may not be consciously aware that you are receiving light when you think about or hold one of these sacred crystals. Nevertheless, a download of keys and codes for the new golden age is being transmitted to you and will enable you to ease your journey through life. Be open to receiving it. It's really strange because the card says be a force for good, and the book says act as a peaceful warrior. But I mean, either way, a peaceful warrior being a force for good. Jessica S., I feel like this is another card that's telling you you have a job to do. And you can't dwell on what's going on in your personal life to the point where you're not achieving your spiritual goals. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on. And it's not an indictment on you. It's not a judgment on you. We all do it. But this card is to open your eyes up to your spiritual gifts so that you can accomplish your spiritual goal. If you have any negativity in your life, everyone does. But if you have like a lot from one specific person or relationship, the constant chaos, maybe some codependency I'm getting, don't let anyone take advantage of you. It's not unkind to say no or to say, I'm not going to accept that kind of behavior. And I've been through this multiple times in these readings every week because I go through it myself. I'm echoing. Jessica, just take some time to yourself this week and think about who in your life is constantly bringing drama, bringing negativity. You are supposed to be being a peaceful warrior, a force for good, right? You can't do that if someone is constantly weighing and bogging you down with their judgments and their criticisms and their indictments on you. It is time to walk away from who or whatever this is that is completely and totally vampirically draining you. All right? You are not reaching your spiritual goals. Therefore, there are people out there that you are supposed to be helping that you don't even know that you're not helping because you're so focused on whatever this drama is. All right? Again, that is not a judgment, girl. Believe me, I do it still to this day with all of my knowledge that I have. Just to be mindful of it this week. Maybe take a time out, take a ritual bath, or spend some time rooting yourself under the moonlight, whatever it is that makes you feel good again.
Okay, Pam.
Pam Smith, we're going to do Moonology Manifestations. Hold on one sec. Let me get these out of here. Smoochie isn't here either. Hi, Trash. Welcome. Welcome to my stream. All right, Pam. New moon in Taurus. Know your worth, girl. Know your worth. Pam Smith, you are on the right track, but you need to go steadily. Knowing that you're worthy of your desires is crucial here. Opportunities open up when you believe in yourself. Dig deep and move past negative comments from others. No matter what happened in the past, if you're aiming to manifest something for the good of everyone concerned, you can do it. Good self-esteem will also boost your manifesting powers, so love yourself more. Know your own worth, and others will too. Be true to your own values. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to property, possession, sensuality, love, self-belief, and self-worth. Acknowledge and make a list of your best traits. If you find that hard to do, ask a friend to tell you what's great about you. Your manifestation affirmation for this week: I deserve to manifest. You deserve to have everything that you want, okay? This card is telling you to pay no attention to, it's pretty much the same thing as the kangaroo, like what I just said to Jessica S. It is time to get rid of the drama. It's time to get rid of the vampiric people. It's time to get rid of the energy vampires. It's time to move on with Pam Smith's life, with your goals, your dreams. Get your self-esteem up. Do things that you love to do with people you love to do them with people that are going to support you, allow you to be vulnerable, give you a shoulder to cry on. There is someone still in your life who is trying to manipulate you, who is being very forceful. I feel almost like a violent type energy. I'm not saying they're hitting you, but words, I feel like they're really abusive. And I feel like I see you like shrinking away. Don't do that. This is the week where you need, girl, to stand up for yourself. And this is not the first time you got this card. I know it's not. Stand up for yourself, okay? Don't be afraid. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. The universe is protecting you. You are protected. You are a spiritual being. You are never going to move forward emotionally, physically, mentally, psychically, spiritually until you get out of these dramas, until you get these people away from you. This week is the time to take a stand. No more. Your boundaries, Pam. We talk about it all the time, baby girl. It's time, it's time, it's time.
Okay, Johnny. Johnny.
I'm going to do Halloween. Pam, you are beautiful. You're protected. You're a child of the Creator. You belong to the earth. Like, you're perfect the way that you are. Okay? Beautifully and perfectly made. You have the right to stand up for yourself. You have the right to say, no, I don't want to do that. You have the right to say, get out of my damn house. You have the right to call the freaking cops. I'm getting a really powerful, nasty energy, like a very forceful energy around you. It's a little nerve-wracking. If someone's like hurting you physically, you need to do something about that, like call the cops or something. Or threatening to do so. I'm getting like, I'm seeing you at a door and someone just like pushing you and pushing in. Like I'm seeing this whole vision. You need to get rid of whoever that is. Johnny Yuma, are you still here?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
You just thanked me for calling.
Very cool. Scrying. What?
I said too cool for school.
Okay.
Scrying.
Oh my God. Scrying, the card of intuition. Johnny, soften your eyes, begin the trance. Whole worlds are opened, begin the dance. Scrying is the divination technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural appear upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal bowl, a black mirror, water, or even the surface of ice. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain. The keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere where you can see them, any music, and if you're scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later on. It is also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, state it up front. Then, once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inward. Imagine pulling your energy within you and then focus on the third eye point. Should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes the balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. Johnny, if you want to try scrying, hit me up through email and I will help you. But what I'm getting from this card really is distraction. I feel like you're trying to be more spiritual. You're looking for answers, spiritual answers, and you are trying to put the logical side of your brain aside. However, there is something or someone, either something deeply ingrained into you or someone who keeps saying that this is not the right way to go. You know, your intuition is wrong. Like you're calling someone out on something that you know is happening. And they're like, no. Where's your proof? Your proof is your intuition, right? But how do you really explain that to someone who probably is guilty and is never going to admit it unless they're caught? This week, I want you to practice trusting your intuition. If you're driving down the street and say you're driving down the street and you're lost and you think that you should make a right-hand turn, but something in your gut's saying, no, go left. I want you to use your intuition only this week. Put the logical side of your brain out. Obviously, if you're at work, you have to, but you can use your intuition there too. Use only your intuition this week and see how far it takes you. I'm telling you. The people that pull this card are usually extremely intuitive, some sort of sensitive, and 90% of the time, there's someone who's not even a part of this community. They're just like stopping in to see what it's all about. You are growing, you are learning. I want you, the universe, meaning when I say I mean the universe, want you to start using your intuition immediately, like right now, and don't stop. Make all of your decisions based on intuition. Throw logic out the window. If you can do that this week, you are going to get very, very, very far. You're going to get far using the logical side of your brain as well, but you're going to get much further in life and spiritually, so physically and spiritually, if you base your decisions this week only on intuition.
Okay, Eris. I do it every time. Mana.
Eris, are you here?
If they're not, we'll go ahead and do Jordan. Go there. If they're still here.
Eris and Jordan, please say if you're here or not. We are finishing up in about at least 40 minutes and maybe a little earlier if we can get through. So if you're here, please let us know.
And then if not, we can go ahead and do Sandra.
All right. Well, let's give them at least a minute.
Yes. There's ours.
All right, Eris. I'm using Quantum Oracle on you.
And Jordan. Both are here.
Jessica, you are so right on. And there are those who, even though they get caught, will not admit it even then. Johnny, you are so welcome. I wish you luck. It's a very, very hard thing to do. I still have problems with it. And I can literally see what's going on, so I know how hard it's going to be. But I wish you the best of luck and send you love and light and hope that next week you'll pop in and let me know how it went. Jessica, yeah, and when I was in addiction, I used to be that way. Like, you could literally catch me red-handed, and I would either try to convince you you're not seeing it, and if you didn't go along with my reality, I would just ignore you and, like, ghost you. I was such a horrible person in my addiction. I never stole, but I was a really horrible human being. I was manipulative. I would talk to you for 2 seconds, and if I couldn't get anything from you, I wouldn't talk to you because I was addicted. You know what I mean? My focus was the drug. Johnny, thank you so much. I do appreciate all donation, guys. Super chats, super stickers, Cash App, and PayPal come to me immediately. This is my job. This is how I get paid. Thank you. All right. Eris, let's do this. A consciousness of lack with the Quantum Oracle here. I just have to find it. These are like tricky, the numbering of the pages. All right. And you got it right side up. A man leans dejectedly on a concrete heart, his back turned to the potential gold and beauty held there. His melancholy seems overwhelming, and this card may reveal a similar energy for you at this time, Eris. There may be some financial limitation for you, possibly even significant money woes, but this card could indicate restriction in other areas as well. You may be experiencing some limitations in love or relationships, and the feelings of loss could be frustrating and sad. Christian, thank you so much. This consciousness card reveals even deeper issues than the great gratitude card reversed. It demands that you shift out of the lack consciousness now, even if you feel something is missing in your life. Your fear only restricts you further, making you more miserable and manifesting more limitation. It may be difficult to focus on something positive when you're lonely or have financial troubles, but it's absolutely necessary to do so if you want to change that reality right now. Take the steps you need to resolve whatever issue may be bothering you, but don't stop there. Make the energetic cause to always acknowledge what you have, even to the smallest detail. Choosing to value yourself in your life will break down the harsh feelings in your heart and bring many amazing experiences to you. Vera, hi. So, Eris, what this card is basically saying is that you're having some major struggles in life. And if you're not, you're either about to, or I actually feel like you're about to come through some. You're trying to figure them out. You are aware of what's wrong, but here's the thing. The way that you need to fix them, good night, Johnny, is to really focus on what you do have. It doesn't matter what you don't, because when you constantly focus on what you don't have, you end up calling the universe's attention to your lacking, and then that's all you get. Eris, I think it's really important that if you have time this week, I would look into manifestation and learn really what it is, positive and negative, okay? You are not going to move on from whatever or whoever this is until you move on from it. If you keep yourself stuck in it, you may say, like, Gemma, I have no way out. I understand that. Believe me, I do. At the very least, acknowledge the good things in your life out loud and thank the universe for them. No matter how hard that may be, you have to have at least one thing that is a blessing in your life. Let it be the air you breathe or the fact that you woke up this morning. Thank the universe out loud. Bring that positive energy back inside of you and get rid of anyone who is not helping you in a positive way. And I know it's so hard for all of us to do that, guys, but we really have to learn. We are never going to shift consciousness as individuals or as a collective if we hold on to the BS.
So true.
Sandra?
You just did Jordan, right?
Eris. Jordan? I did Eris.
Okay, Jordan, then Sandra.
Okay.
That's the way they came in, so.
No, that's okay.
You're good.
Jordan, I'm going to use angels and ancestors. And Sandra, you're next, sweetie. Sandra, for you, I'm going to use heal yourself. Blue Crossroads, good night. Don't forget to tell Shona we love her and we are sending love and light. Okay. This is for Jordan. Jordan, are you okay? Says you got the card of the snake, and I'm going to tell you what the book says, but then I'm going to tell you exactly what I got immediately from the universe and spirit when I pulled this card. Wow. Immediately upon pulling this card, I got my good old-fashioned saying of there is a snake in your grass. There is somebody in your life. These cards, too, are so annoying to try to find. There is somebody in your life who is smiling in your face, pretending to be your best friend, pretending to want to help you, and behind your back, they are hoping and praying you do not succeed. Okay? If you intuitively thought of something or thought of someone immediately when I said that, get rid of them right now, because they are a freaking snake. Cast off the old, reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolizes the kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred one saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. The energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. If for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within yourself. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. Guys, don't forget, I do personal readings, either 1 hour face-to-face through video chat or 7 to 10 cards remotely. Hit me up at moonbearoracle@gmail.com. I had to say that before I forgot. Jordan, a time of renewal, shedding old skin, becoming someone new, not fake, not like I'm gonna wake up today and I'm gonna pretend I'm gonna go to like the park and pretend that I'm an artist, like whatever. I am getting a little spiritually drained, but definitely you're becoming someone newer and someone better. And I think that's where the snake in your grass thing that I feeling that I picked up when I first touched this card. I saw like a venom bite, and I think that's because somebody is very jealous. Okay. They're jealous of the progress you're making. They're jealous of the fact that you're no longer angry and bitter and hateful and spiteful and mean and miserable and lonely like they are. Even if you're still feeling those things, sometimes I feel like you've been able to rise above since you've been working with me, since you've been coming in here. Okay. There is a dramatic and drastic change coming into your life based on all the work you're putting in to positive change in your life, and someone doesn't like that. So I say keep going this week, keep doing what you're doing. And if you suspect that someone is being dishonest with you or hateful behind your back, confront them in a loving way. If they can't handle that or refuse to discuss the situation, they're the person, forget about them, ghost them. Maybe if they'll come back around, who cares if they do or if they don't. With friends like that, who needs friends? Also, I think if you have like a small argument with a loved one, doesn't have to be a romantic partner, just apologize, admit you were wrong, because I feel like they may have misinterpreted something you said. J2, hi. Lara, good night. One more thing, guys. I just want to say my sprays, manifestation and intention sprays, I make them with homemade moon water, and charmed crystals. It's an 8-ounce spray bottle. It comes with a free gift, a handwritten letter from me. I have a million different ones that I already know how to make, like self-empowerment, opening your third eye, aligning your chakras, specific chakra healing, negative energetic cleansing, cord cutting, happiness, sleeping, relaxation, energy. If you're dealing with something in your life and you want to give these a try, I put my heart and soul into them. I'm a witch, a natural witch, and a physical medium. I charm them myself. I package them with care, drop ship from my house. They're $18.95 for the whole box. It's the 8-ounce spray bottle, the charmed crystals, the free gift, which is usually either a solid, real, genuine crystal or a genuine crystal bracelet, a handwritten letter from me. And depending on what you're dealing with, I may throw something else extra in there. Yeah, email me at moonbearoracle@gmail.com if you would like a package. Sorry about that. I definitely had to get that out, though, because I really want to keep selling them, and word of mouth is all that I have. Who's next? Pam Smith, good night, sweetie.
You just did Sandra, right?
You
do her now.
Jordan. All right, Sandra, I am going to use the Heal Yourself Oracle on you. Guys, I'm really excited about my new sponsor. You'll be seeing a short, less than 2-minute ad about the gel nail polish on some of my more recent videos. Bear with me. They're sponsoring me. That's a major achievement for a YouTube creator, and it is my first one. Also, my home business, word of mouth is all I have. Oh, Sandra, you identify as male? Okay, sorry about that. So if you're interested, again, please email me. The personal readings, I do them for pretty cheap. The face-to-face one-on-ones, same thing. They're very reasonable, especially compared to other YouTubers. I have looked at their prices. They want like $100 for 30 minutes. I won't do that to you. Fresh dragon tears, well, I can actually do that. So email me, because I'll just whip.
Just come down the basement and kick me a couple times.
I'll just whip until he cries. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sandra. I was confused by that, but I don't want to judge, so I'm so sorry. Okay. You meant here. Okay. Because I said I'm going to do Heal Yourself for her, and you're like he, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I've done that before. I got in trouble one time, or somebody yelled at me because I asked if they identified as male or female, and they got mad that I asked them that. I'm like, and then if I didn't ask, I'd be in trouble if I picked the wrong thing. They said I should have known what they were because I'm psychic. Technically, I'm an oracle reader. I'm a medium and an oracle reader. I'm not so much psychic. I'm an energy feeler for sure, but I would not consider myself psychic. But being psychic is about energy, so I probably am. But anyway, Sandra, courage. Courage requires you to fearlessly stride ahead despite the challenges you are experiencing. Same theme of the night. Whether you are afraid of success or failure, you cannot stay where you are. You need to make a decision and move forward with belief, trust, and boldness. Give it your all, no matter what the outcome is. Despite what you've been telling yourself, Miss Sandra, you are ready for a new adventure and another chance to prove that you have what it takes to face life's challenges. Stop investing in limitations, lack, and dysfunction. Every blessing has a challenge, and every challenge contains a blessing. You are ready to explore both. Whilst there may be difficult moments ahead, keep positive and believe that everything is going to work out for you and your absolute best. You are being asked to gather the courage to be who you truly are and to stand strong for your convictions. Okay, so this has kind of a lot to unpack. It's basically telling you, again, another of the same messages, that you cannot stay where you are. And I feel like fear of moving forward. So there's something here, either a relationship, physical, familial, whatever, that you've been in so long, the dysfunction, the chaos, it's all kind of become like a part of your life. Kind of like a kid that grows up in a dysfunctional household, thinks that like dysfunction is normal, and then ends up having a dysfunctional household. It's something like that here. Whether it started in childhood or not for you, Sandra, I don't know. If you ever want a personal, hit me up and get more info. But I feel like there's something here that you know is wrong, or that you have to break free from, that it's not helping you, but yet it's like you feel like you can't, and you tell yourself you can't, that there's no way out. This card is telling you, if you can take courage and have the strength to walk away from what or whoever this is, or even this week to start planning to do it, okay? If it's a situation where you live with the person and you have to find the means to leave, right? Just take the steps. Just know the steps. Write them down, okay? Just tell yourself that you're going to do it and push forward that way. As soon as this person or this relationship or this situation, whatever it is out of your life, you are going to see abundance and success like you never even thought possible. This person, situation, relationship, whatever it is what's holding you back. 1,000,000%. I can see it. Okay? You are so comfortable in the dysfunction, and that is a problem. Again, no judgments, no indictments. It's the universe, not Gemma, who's speaking to you. Sandra, it's time to move on. Again, if you can move on like tomorrow and like not take this person's calls, even if you don't want to step into your power and like confront them just yet, but if it's someone that you live with or something where like you have to take the steps, girl, just write the steps down for this week. Start with that, okay? Be courageous. Know that the universe has got you, all right? You cannot fail if you take these steps and get away from who or whatever this is. I don't know if Puzzle Piece is here or if they just came in to ask that question. So J2 and Puzzle Piece, anyone who did not get a reading.
Those are the ones. And then you got Christian Wolf.
Black Dragons isn't here. I feel like someone else must be shooting.
Smoochie's not here.
These are my regulars. And this is the second week Smoochie.
I went and checked, and nobody. The person
maybe they don't like me.
Have 12 people watching.
Grey Wolf. I don't know. They do other things, though, I guess.
Yeah.
It's called marriage. Girl, I feel you. But honestly, though, like, if it's that toxic, where you know in your heart nothing's going to work it out, you need to take the steps to get out of it, because it is severely holding you back. Like, I'm seeing like a brick wall standing in your way. If it's something that you know can be fixed and the other person is willing, then you need to immediately start on fixing it, because it's not going to have a good ending for anyone involved. This is more than your basic marital problems. This person is holding you back in life. I don't know if they're not supporting you. I don't know if they're judging you. I don't know if they're abusive in some way. If that's the case, girl, I've been there. Email me if you want to talk about it, okay? Just be a little patient with my response. All right, J2, do you identify as male or female? I'm going to use the Raven's Wand Oracle.
Female.
Female. Okay, I thought so, simply because of your energy and also because of the emojis. Guys, thank you, by the way. Everyone new. I would appreciate it if you subscribe. And I do have another channel. It's kind of an up-and-coming channel where I'm going to be doing monthlies for each astrological sign, and it's going to be for your sun, moon, and rising. And I'm hoping to have that up by the fall. But I do little videos about crystals and consciousness and all that here and there on the channel. If you want to subscribe to my other channel, Moon Bear Oracle, as well. And don't forget, I sell readings and manifestation and intention sprays in the continental US. J2, let's do this. It's only $18.95 for the whole box, including shipping. I also have a book, Missing the Faith Theory. The link to the Amazon paperback and Kindle should be in the description box. If not, email me. And I have a new book coming out in a couple of weeks. Okay, Jazz, thank you for that. You have the card of commemoration. We often commemorate events that nobody living now remembers, and while this might honor past sacrifice, sometimes it keeps other things alive too. Here, Kitty Watson prepares for a feast marking a struggle between witches and the Illuminata. There was a great deal of bravery that terrible day, but can our thanks be truly separated from old wounds? Old hates can easily pass down the generations disguised as righteous gratitude, so be mindful to remember the courage and not the aggressor. Be inspired by the rabbits. They happily nibble fungi toxic to humans, but the poisons seem to have no effect on them. Instead, they digest only the nutrients. Dealing with, again, energy vampires, okay? People that are draining you, okay? And I feel like you have a lot of this in your life right now. This is the type of person who always brings drama. When you see that they're calling you, instead of being like, oh, yeah, you're like, oh, God, this person. Actually, it is.
I was going to say something, but I was waiting for somebody. I'm surprised she didn't yell at you sooner.
Yeah.
Much better, huh?
Thank you. Yes, actually, I do. Okay, Miss Jazz, welcome. And Sandra, again, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. I feel like what you should be doing, and again, the universe feels you should be doing, is slowly getting these people out of your life or really stepping into your power. And again, I'm sorry that it's the same message over and over, but it's like, these are the cards. Just put your boundaries up. I am not going to accept this behavior. Also, I feel like there are people or a person who is always got something negative to say. Like they're always judging you, or they're always like, oh, you can't do that. You're too this, or you shouldn't be doing that. You're too. Don't listen to them. The universe is telling you that you're good to go. You're perfect as you are. You're moving exactly on the right path. But the problem is I see all of this toxicity on you. And it's not yours. It's like you're taking on other people's crap. You may have abilities you aren't aware of, like really, most likely you're an empath, if not something else. But I feel like it's time for you to start standing up for yourself more and not being arrogant or a-holy or, violent. But saying like, that's not acceptable. I'm not going to listen to that, or no, I'm not to this, or I'm doing this and I don't care what you think. I know that's confrontation. I know a lot of people don't like that, but you have to understand, when you avoid confrontation at all costs, I'm a Pisces sun, Libra moon. I know all about it with an Aries rising. Okay. Crazy. I know I would rather literally lay on my back and pretend to be dead like a turtle than have a confrontation. But sometimes it's necessary. Okay. And you can do it in love. It's time to move away from these people. I feel like they're people that are very close and connected to you. So I can't just tell you to ghost them. I feel like this is an ingrained toxicity, like maybe generational, where, a parent was treated this way by the other parent, or it's something that you've seen, that you've normalized in your head. It's time for you to walk away from it. Okay. This week, you may not be able to confront or stand up for yourself, but start making a plan on how you're going to do it the next time this arises. Okay. It is going to be really great for your spiritual journey and your spiritual ascension and movement. And again, if you get here earlier next week, I'll give you more of a reading. I kind of at this point have to move a little quicker. Sandra, thank you. You're awesome.
Okay. Punzel Peace, if you're still here, Christian Wolf, Trish, and veer away, and then you're done.
Yes, we have definitely all been there. And a lot of us get caught up in that. No matter how strong we stand, there are still going to be people like that. And honestly, I feel like the really vulnerable people do deal with that so much because people can sniff them out like a hunting dog sniffing tracks. But I feel like the stronger we get too, the more people want to see us broken down. So it's like flip coin. You always have to stand in your power, and nobody can do that 24/7. I'm just waiting for someone to say that they're here.
I know you are.
nobody can do that 24/7, guys. You know, sometimes we're drained or we just don't have the energy, you know, and it's kind of time to start moving more toward getting out of the dark night of the soul and moving into our spiritual ascension. All right, Christian and Vera. I'm going to do Christian first because that's who I saw first.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. I don't mind. I've got to get all this.
Give me only one half of a waffle with my sandwich.
All right, I'll think about it.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I am using the fairy reflection step. Yeah, when you're an empath, it is hard to shield others' feelings. And I do think, J2, that might be what you're dealing with. So you may want to look up, you can find some really great resources on Google or email me, be patient. I usually check my emails 2 to 3 times a week now. And I can help you put up some guards and shields because I do think a lot of your issue right now is empathic. I think that's why I'm seeing so many people's stuff attached to you. I don't think all the people are in your life. I think you're walking around literally taking from this person that's walking by, taking from that person in the grocery store and not even realizing it. I also feel like you could have a lot of past life stuff still on you. And you could think about that from spiritual realm as well. Hence your last video spot on. Yes, thank you. Wait until you see the one that's coming out tomorrow that I released to my patrons today. It's even crazier. All right. Sorry about that. Christian Wolf, let's do this. You pull negative energies and entities towards you when you carry that much emotional, energetic baggage type stuff. They're like a moth to a flame, literally. Christian, you got the card of friendship. When individuals with common bonds cross your path, friendship is discovered. There's the owl. Naturally, you're drawn to certain individuals when your personalities emerge and magically click. Suddenly, there's a connection and a feeling of recognition. When you feel a kinship with somebody, a connection of the heart and a wordless understanding seem to emerge out of nowhere. With true friendship, there will be a rekindling after years of not seeing the other, and the experience of connection happens all over again as if no time had even passed. If the bond is strong, true friends can handle long distances. A shared sense of caring and trust forms genuine friendship. Friendship is the familiarity with another's personality through the sharing of interests, opinions, and pursuits. Friends respect secrets shared in trust without you worrying that those secrets will be revealed to anyone else. Real friendship involves freedom of choice without placing rules and expectations on one another. Faithfulness and loyalty is essential to a lasting friendship, and true friends are encouraging, dependable, and supportive of one another. Okay. Genuine friends do not place rules and regulations upon one another. There is such a thing as a toxic friendship, and this is the experience of dealing with repeated emotional pain, drama, and suffering connected to a friendship. If such red flags are not addressed early in the friendship, you may have regrets later on. Toxic types may come across as very sweet in the beginning in order to trap you, and then they may become demanding of your energy and time. They show signs of being two-faced and talk negatively about other friends, or they might belittle you in some way. These are but a few warning signs, and they're not very difficult to recognize. So when you have found a true friend, treat that person right. The fairy of friendship is a true blue completely through and will always be there for a friend in need. She is there in all weather, fair and foul, and accepts her friends completely as they are, never seeking to change them. If need be, she will speak up to a friend who becomes self-destructive, whose behavior is abnormal, or if she notices any other cause for concern regarding the relationship with that friend. The fairy of friendship wants you to know that relationships such as friendships are beautiful and fulfilling when they're healthy, and the healthiest ones are built on mutual trust and respect, nurtured from solid communication, openness, and honesty. Sometimes when you tolerate little irritations in a relationship, they drain you more than you realize until it's too late. You can be a giver all day long, but the healthiest relationships are synergistic, balanced, and give and take. This wee little fairy has one last reminder. In any relationship, no matter how much you want it and give your utter heart and soul to it, sometimes you can't raise the dead. Your life should never be a requiem. Bury the dead, move on, and always be a part of the living. Christian, there are 2 messages here for you. Yes, it is an owl. There was someone asking. It comes up every week. I don't remember who, though. That's why I said that's the owl. The first one is you may be dealing with some toxic friendships, some toxic people that you are not realizing are toxic. I hate when this happens because people always accuse me like, oh, you just repeat the same thing over and over. It's in the cards, guys. It's not me. people that you're not realizing are being very two-faced, and that's the main thing I'm getting. So there's a person or people who are being extremely two-faced to you and about you, and I feel like you intuitively already know that. Okay, stand up to them, talk to them about it, ask them about it, confront them. They're going to deny it, end the friendship. All right, this is not real friendship. The second thing I'm getting is if you're dwelling recently on a loss of a loved one, even if it happened a long time ago, like just missing someone who has passed on, or if that person is coming to you in a dream, if it hasn't happened yet, it's unfortunately going to, or fortunately, if they visit you in a dream, take the message very seriously, but don't dwell on, you know, people who have passed. Like, they're in spirit, they're good. All right, they'll come to you and see you in dreams, and they'll be with you when you know they're in your heart, but you have to move on. If that doesn't make sense, I think that it will eventually when you think about it. But the main thing here is getting rid of those toxic people and understanding that there's one or more in your group of friends who is extremely two-faced, incredibly narcissistic, and just really spiteful and hateful towards you, and you have to weed them out, because they could be a part of the reason you're going to, or you are feeling physically drained, emotionally just worn out, and you have no idea why. The reason is because every time you're in the vicinity of this person, they are sucking you completely dry. Be on the lookout this week for this person. There you go. It's a girlfriend. Same thing. I don't like to accuse significant others because then it causes problems, and this significant other doesn't want the person coming into my stream anymore. Davy Jones, yes, hi. All right, come on, we got to finish up, guys. Who's next?
All right.
Vera Ray, are you still here?
Yes, she's here. Yes.
All right, Vera, I am going to use the Gothic Oracle. Why am I echoing again?
It's honestly not me.
Card number 25. Doric's Bride, Vera, endings and beginnings. Davy, thank you so much. May the good Lord bless you as well. He does bless me, and I do have good things coming. Thank you. I'm going to manifest that. Vera, skulls traditionally represent death and endings. This does not necessarily refer to a physical death, but a time for closure. Pulling this card sends a message asking you to think about what you no longer need in your life. It may be a person or a situation which no longer serves you. There is a strong indication that unless you are able to free yourself from ties that bind, you will not be able to move forward without obstacles. Your heart is open, Vera, and you recognize that things must change. It may feel like the decisions you have to make are fraught with difficulty, but now is the time to face problems head on, or in order to begin a new phase in your life. Negative situations will only hold you back. Endings and beginnings are a natural flow of life. The sooner you take control and change your path, things will improve dramatically. So again, ties that bind, that could be things coming. You're very welcome, guys. Yeah, send me a little energy. I'm finishing up. Ties that bind, meaning, again, ancestral patterns, familial patterns that you've just grown in your life to automatically accept. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything to drink next to me though. Hey, Nav. So things that you're, just kind of programmed from a child to accept. And if you don't know what this is, I love this card. I feel like you should really think on it, because there are things in your life that are blocking you from achieving not just your physical goals, like in work and in love, but your spiritual goals as well, as far as ascension and finding your spot in the consciousness shift of the collective. Okay, we all have work to do to bring the collective together, especially us in this community, us sensitives, us people with abilities, and just those who kind of latch on to us because they, want to be a part of it all, and we accept them gratefully and graciously. But there is something here that you've kind of inherited, and it's taking its toll. So I think you should think about what this could be this week, and hopefully by next week you'll have discovered what it is and you'll have a finger on it, and I can help you with another card or a personal or something to help you move past it. But this week is about finding out what is this inherited energy block or energy drainer that you have. Nav, if you'd like a reading, now is the time, because we are ending.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Until next week.
When she lets me out of the basement. Maybe I'll get lucky and get out Tuesday too. if she doesn't shut off my power and leave me in the dark and with soggy waffles. And
Vera, I am so glad to hear it. I am too. I realized like last year that I was always the hero child, fixing not so much my dad's issues, and I still to this day find myself the hero child, and I have to stop myself and be like, no, this is not right. Okay, Tresh, if you're here, guys, if you didn't get a reading, speak now or forever hold your peace, because we are ending.
Cisco says she's here.
If you guys want a box, let me know. I've got 5 left to sell. I've got to order more boxes. I want to do homemade charmed and charged essential oil lotions as well. I love you too, Vera, and I wish you all the best, and I send you blessings and love and light, and you're going to get through it. Don't worry about it.
Man, everybody wants you to kick me so they get my tears, man.
There actually is an essential oil blend called Dragon's Tears and Dragon's Blood, and I'm working on the mixture. It has a little extra zing to it as far as like charming, where I have to do a spell over it. But when I send the waters out, I'm not saying like I'm spell casting, but I am charming the entire box, and that's aiming towards whatever you want. So if you're trying to get rid of the negative energy. Oh, Cisco, I know that Tresh is next, but I need to see that she's actually here, because I don't want to read for someone who's not.
And she's got to get permission too.
I'm just asking her to say that she's here.
You're welcome, Sandra.
You guys are so welcome, all of you. Sandra, thank you for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you again. And then you do enough, believe me. It's PayPal, it's Cash App. Somebody sent me a personal check, and I was so mad because I don't have photo ID, so I just get to look at it. I'm like, okay, it's the thought that counts, you know. Is anyone else here?
Oh, there she is.
I was just saying, I'll just read for Tresh, and she can come back if that's the case. I will take Cisco's word for it. But there she is. Moon manifestations. Thank you, Cisco. It's just when someone's new and I haven't read for them yet, I like to get permission, because once I make this connection with you, I'll connect with you better next time. I don't know how it remotely works, but it absolutely does. Welcome. At least they're not saying blood.
That'll probably be next. As much blood as doctors take, you just go to the doctor's office, you get all you want.
Miss Fidgety Aura, I thought about that, but nobody will take a double endorse check. I did sign it over to him to see if he can do anything with it, but so far, no luck. But it's the guy who sent it lives like half hour from me, so I think I'm just going to ask him if I could just pick up the cash or something. Taiwaz, yes, I will. I'll do that. So let me read for Tresh quick. I'll pull one for your hubby, and then I've got to be out. Only because you're so special.
Aww.
Okay, Miss Tresh. She's been with us forever.
Oh, I know.
We have such a close little couple of whacks. He can take it. You guys are too much. Tresh, new moon in Sagittarius. Focus on the positive, okay? That is a hard thing to do when we're really going through it, right? Let me just find it here. Come on. There it is. All right, Tresh, this is for you. The way is clear. All you have to do is make sure you enjoy the ride. That should be easy enough as long as you stop worrying and start believing in your own good luck. It's true that life goes in cycles, and this card shows that you're moving into a good luck phase. As Abraham Hicks says, think about what you do want, not about what you don't want. Focus on the positive now. Your manifesting is definitely on track, and the more you can master the art of feeling good, the longer it'll stay that way. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to study, travel, adventure, and the cosmic quest to understand life. Look back, see how far you've come, and count your blessings. Your manifestation affirmation: I am one lucky so-and-so. Yes, Cisco, I am reading for Tresh right now, love. So Tresh, what this is saying is your ability to manifest right now is insane, okay? But the problem with that is if you're focusing on the negative, you're manifesting accidentally negativity. So if you're only focusing on what you don't have, say like if you're focusing on the fact that you don't have anything in your savings, that's going to bring a lack of money to you. Focus on how much you want in your savings. Like, act as if, I'm not saying spend money like it's, water, but act as if. So focus on how much you'll have after your next paycheck or after your next whatever. Focus on the love that you do have in your life. Say, if you don't have romantic love, like, focusing on what you don't have is the absolute worst thing you can do as a human being when dealing with the universe. And it's all I do. It's all I do is focus on the negative. So I'm not judging. But what this card is saying is, specifically this week and this month for you, you are able to manifest like that, okay, so quickly. So please be very, very careful with your negative self-talk, the negative thought processes, okay, especially when it's out loud, but even to yourself. And that's really crazy to think that, like, we can think things into creation, but we really can. So Tresh, this week, please practice positive manifestations and affirmations out loud. My main one, I am so grateful and happy and blessed to be independently wealthy and more. And always add and more at the end of your manifestation. Why stop at being independently wealthy? I am so grateful and blessed and thankful to have $1 million in the bank. Well, that means you're just going to have $1 million. Why not go for 2? Do you know what I mean? You put a block on yourself when you don't add and more. Tresh, do those out loud and in your head, positive manifestations and affirmations, and you are going to be just, girl, killing it. Okay. I'm going to pull one for Taiwaz's husband, and then we are out.
Now they're telling you to tickle me.
All right, Divine Circus. You guys are too much. Abundance, yes. Tresh has a really amazing summer coming up if she can master the art of positive self-talk, let me tell you. All right, this is for, who asked me to pull one for their husband? Taiwaz, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, Lotus Girl's son was in a really bad spot, without getting too personal, and he didn't believe. And he really didn't want to give me permission to read for him. You're very welcome, Tresh. But he did, just because Lotus Girl wanted him to. And it took him a while to watch the reading. And I'm not at all saying I single-handedly did this. But since then, he has pulled out of his depression. He has gotten in his first relationship. I believe he's gotten a job. He's happy. He's driving again. He's living life because he decided to believe in what I was telling him and take the universe's advice. And I tear up when I think about that, because I didn't do it, but I did bring the message to him. And that's,
You set him on a path.
I did. Well, the universe did through me.
Yeah, but you were the messenger, and that's just as important.
And it feels amazing. Sean the Cynic. Well, I have, I don't know what would go with Ray, but he is. We had this conversation last night. I'll tell you quickly. I was like, do you really, you believe in hell? We're Christians. Do you really believe they stay in hell and they never come up? And he didn't really have an answer, but I don't know. He literally cried when he heard your readings for me. Aw. Well, he got card number 5 in the Oracle of the Divine Circus. And Mr. Sean, it is card number 5, the Brilliant Virgin. Hey. In a world where we are bombarded daily with differing opinions and ideas, remaining true to you and your own point of view is nothing short of brilliant. Let go of confusion, distortion, comparison, and compromise. You do not need to compare yourself to another or measure up to anyone or anything else. What matters to you and your successful life journey is to be in touch with your own truths. You know what you feel, no matter what anyone else says or believes, so stay true to yourself. Oh, yeah, well, that explains it. Ray's a Cancer, but he has a ton of Leo in his chart, ton of fire. We need to be bold of heart and have a lot of faith when there is an idea within us yet to be manifested in the world. We have to trust in what we see in our hearts, even if sometimes the eyes in our heads see things rather differently. We have to trust that our inner vision, the hope, the dream within us is going to be strong enough to stand the rigors of birth and be able to come to life into the world. Sometimes we have to trust that we are enough, that we have goodness, value, and worth, and so are worth the time, effort, patience, and commitment required to transform our ideas into realities. The Oracle of the Brilliant Virgin brings you a message. Sean, stay true to you and your course. Do not allow yourself to be swayed by another, no matter how well-meaning their intentions may be or how impressive their arguments may seem. You see, know, feel, believe in something that is good, pure, and true that needs to come to life in the world. It is meant to be original, so people may not get it right away. It is meant to happen through you because you understand it in a way that others may not. This could be a choice to do with health, lifestyle, relationships, money, or work. It could be also a project, an idea, creative expression, dream, or vision that you're growing in your heart. There are times when it's wise to open up, to create collaboration, and to compromise for a group venture to move ahead. This is not one of those times. Don't be afraid. Some people believe that unless you compromise, success cannot happen. This is not true for you at this time, Sean. So do not water down the strength of your vision and your dream. You are meant to be birthing something unique into being. The world needs your originality. Pray for courage and trust yourself. Whatever you're thinking of, starting a business, a creative endeavor, there are going to be so many people who are going to tell you that you're crazy, that it's never going to work, that, you're losing your mind. Don't do it. These are all the reasons, Sean, why you should not do this. You're going to lose this. Don't listen to them. The universe right here is telling you all of the reasons why it's going to work. Okay? You can manifest this into existence. You can, Sean, make whatever this idea or dream or want or need is happen. And you can do it pretty damn quickly if you stop listening to the naysayers, the haters, the jealous ones, and the ones who just are genuinely, there are people who are genuinely concerned that you may fail and lose something, but the universe is telling you right now that that is not going to be the case. Whatever this idea, dream, thought, whatever it is going to happen, okay? You can make it happen. Don't give up on it.
Oh, God.
Guys, good night. I love you so much. Ghost Dragons, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, for taking my list, for being such an awesome friend. I just appreciate you more than words can say. All of you guys in the chat, love, light, peace, respect, positivity, always. Okay, be kind to one another, to yourselves. Make sure others are kind to you, or cut them. No, I'm just kidding. And don't forget my manifestation intention sprays. It's a business that I'm trying to build from the ground up so that I can get paid away from YouTube ad revenue. Also donations, PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, Super Stickers, buying personals, video one-on-ones. I'm also doing consultations now. Like I have someone who got an hour with me for some shadow person experiences he's been dealing with, and he really needed to work that out. And I offer advice and things that he can do to get rid of them. Mainly the manifestation sprays and the readings, guys. Check out my channels, and I just love you guys so much. I got my first sponsor, yay! And manifest for me that I get to do a show on Paraflix, okay, the streaming app, and the show, the show, I guess, Paraflix, okay, because that is the next project that I am working on. My next book will be out in a couple of weeks, 101 Truly Terrifying Short Stories of Evil. They are real, they are true. Taiwaz, you are spectacular and amazing. All of you are. And I just love you to death. And I'm signing off now. Ghost Dragons, I will text you tonight before bedtime. Jargo, I always forget if it's Dar. I always go to call you Django, first of all.
I know, I do too.
Dargo, thanks for stopping in. I'm sorry. If we had a little more time, I'm just really hungry and we're both really tired. I'm spiritually drained. But okay. Good night, guys. Love ya.